Hey, welcome, makers. Welcome to another Saturday afternoon maker hangout thingy that I do every week. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We have a few people in the back room. I'm going to bring them in. And if anybody would like to join in, quite often, if I haven't already sent you an invite, I'll post it in chat. You're welcome to come in on screen if I know who you are, and we'll talk about what you're working on, your projects. You can introduce yourself to everybody. And we'll be having another giveaway. It will not be hashtag USA. I'll post it here on the screen. But let's pull in the people we have in the back room, and we'll get going. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty good. How's everyone?
Right. And we have a new man popping in. He's from Las Vegas. We've been chatting online for the last 3 or 4 days, and let's bring him right in. Kenny, how you doing?
Word up.
Nice to meet you. How you been?
I'm hanging out. You know, I haven't got the Raleigh fired up yet. You know, too much going on this morning, but I'll get around to it. I'm sure.
You got it all unboxed though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good looking machine. Yeah, I'm real happy with it.
And I kept the box just in case I need to ship the D1, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I wound up selling mine, I think, for $400 a couple months ago, my X tool, and you have a lot of bells and whistles going with yours, so I had no problem selling it on Facebook Marketplace right away. And then again, I'll go on my phone and I list on OfferUp also. And like I was mentioning, OfferUp, you can monitor it online, but you can't post online. You got to use your phone, which is kind of a pain, but anyway. So.
Yeah, I've been on and they had OfferUp, and I forget the other one, but I know that those two merged. And I've had a lot of, deal breakers, where they try to dip you down.
Yeah. Well, always post it a little bit high. You can always come down 25 or $50.
Right.
So, but some things I won't budge on. So when that happens, I try to mark it up slightly so I have some wiggle room. So because you want what you want. But anyway, you've never been here before. You want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do, or?
I guess. I am retired. I'm actually not in Las Vegas. I'm in Henderson, which is just south of Las Vegas. And of course, if you can tell, I just recently had my teeth removed, and I'm still trying to get used to my dentures. So, pardon me, pardon the look. And if you can't understand me, just tell me to please slow down. I've been in the Valley since 1987 when I got out of the Army. My sister was here, so she invited me to stay with them for a while. I got married and hooked up with my current wife in 95. So we've been together ever since. And last groovy, I got a house now that I've had for a couple of years, and I just got my shed going. I have I just got the Raleigh. I have a Rat Rig 500 that I built that I'm scared to death that it's going to fall apart when I get it, running. And I also have I was a backer on the Bamboo Lab.
Very nice. And as far as teeth go, I've only got 5 teeth on the bottom. I don't ever smile, so you can't really tell, but I need dentures one of these days too. So,
yeah.
And
I got my bottom, but they're just uncomfortable to wear.
Yeah.
You get used to them, I think, because that's what my grandpa always said. So.
Back in the day, up in them hills.
Yeah. If I didn't have any teeth, I could probably put my bottom lip over my nose. I had a girlfriend when I was a teenager that had to have all her teeth removed. She had bad teeth, and she could put her bottom lip over her nose. Anyway, pretty crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to be on the laser makers realm later with Rich, the LA hobby guy, Patrick, and Steve at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'll be in my hobby room. I took one of my 3 monitors, set it up in there with a wireless keyboard, so I'll be in a different room later at 6 o'clock when I stream there. And in chat, LB Betty Boop is my wife, Brandy. She's in the bedroom watching on her cell phone. And my dog is going to bark at me once a cracker. So got to shut my dogs up. I give them a Ritz cracker or something. There we go.
How long does that other group last?
I think they only stream for about an hour.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks they come on.
Yeah, because we can't cut into Molly B too much, at 7 o'clock. Come on now. Got to watch Molly B on Saturday nights.
Okay.
Polka.
And thank you for your service. I never served, but thank you for your service. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Helicopter mechanic.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that. I used to have a neighbor that was a best friend that moved to Guam. He moved to the Philippines. Now he lives in Guam, and he was a Black Hawk pilot during the days of Black Hawk Down. And he has never watched the movie, and he never would watch it. He knew some of those guys that were in the Black Hawks when that happened. But he used to be a pilot. He was a medevac pilot. That's what he told me. Showed me a lot of pictures of it.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
And let's see. Let me pull up my banner here for those that are watching. Okay, if you have not won in the last 2 months, because Ziltech contacted me and they said, hey, you're having a lot of the same repeat winners, which is out of my control. The same people keep winning over the last 2 months. So you need to do something to change it. And I said, okay, I'll just let everybody know that if you won in the last 2 months, don't enter. If you do win and you won in the last 2 months and I confirm your email name, your YouTube name with the email, I have a printout they sent me of everybody that's won in the last 6 months. So if you win and you email me with your address and what you want, and you won in the last 2 months, I'm going to have to redraw the following week because I didn't cross-reference YouTube names with real names, so I can't check it on the fly. So later when we do the giveaway for one roll, like I say, if you won the last 2 months, don't enter. And Kenny, you're welcome to enter. Just hashtag 4th of July in chat. Later I spin a wheel. And Ziltech is based out of Texas. They sell all kinds of filament. And you just go on their website, you pick out a roll if you win, and they mail it to you free of charge. So I do 3 rolls a month they allow me to give away. So I'll let that run.
Speaking of filament, I'm still waiting for my other 3 rows of the Bamboo just had their 1-year anniversary for the backers.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got that email yet, but I should hopefully get it by the 4th or 5th of July based on what I read. And then if I don't...
You're a backer too?
No, I bought mine like December, January.
Wow, and they still said they're going to send you appreciation rules? Wow.
Yeah, you get two free. If you ordered a printer up to like June of this year, you'll get 2 free rolls of carbon fiber.
Wow.
Oh, here you go. That's what I made myself.
You did that on your P1P?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Vincent, 1977, all out dropping in. Hello, Vincent.
Hey, everybody. I cannot stay long because I'm almost out of data.
All right. You're in your new place now.
Yes. I'm still unpacking and unboxing. Look. There's behind this little tree in there's the coast. So there's the sea. It's about a 5-minute drive.
What you on? Are you on Firefox or Google or?
I'm going through YouTube, and don't ask me how it works. I got no clue.
All right.
So, yeah, and I'm almost out of data because I still don't got any internet.
Oh.
So I've been using a lot of data the last couple of days. Yeah. Oh, let me check.
Here's something I just engraved on a mirror. My new logo. I done this on the Raleigh, on the back of the mirror. It took me a little over 15 hours to engrave it. I got a 2x3 wooden box that I took my table saw and I cut a slot in it so I can slide the mirror in it. But one problem with that, once I was sliding the mirror in it, taking a rubber mallet, tapping the frame to get the mirror to go all the way down in it, it got about, the last 2 inches, and I broke the mirror. So I had to take it apart, throw the mirror in the garbage. I went out on my table saw. I widened the slot, so now there's plenty of wiggle room. Plenty of wiggle room to get down in there. And I reprinted the mirror overnight. Got done about 2 o'clock this morning. And the frame I'm gluing together, and I'll put it back together. But this time I made the slot big enough, so I don't want to reprint. I don't want to re-engrave that. Another 15 hours. Oh wow!
70 Sam. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's from that.
It's for Steve on Thingiverse. Steve Sullivan. I mean, everybody should know him because he makes all kinds of stuff. And I'm working on that. And I'm working on this. Not done.
Very nice. Yeah, Kieran from Australia pops on all the time, and I think Steve something does all those kind of things, and he prints out all the individual colors. And we lost him. We lost Vincent.
Yeah, I mean, I could do 4 colors, as you know, but when I tried to do the Arnold robot, his name slipped, T800, right? Anyways, that's when my printer broke, so I'm kind of squeamish about doing it that way.
Yeah, I've been printing, like I've shown you guys, the crate. And
yes, you have to have the hub. If you have a P1P and you want an AMS, you have to have a hub port. When you go to the page to order the AMS, it will tell you so. Or look at the hub. On one of the 2 pages, it tells you need it with AMS to plug everything together.
What's with the P1P? There comes a hub with it. But not if you have, if you want to have 8 or 12 or 16, then you have to buy the special one.
Okay, so if he ordered the P1P by itself, now he needs to order the AMS. He doesn't have to buy a hub to plug it into.
No.
Okay. All right.
Because they came with a P1P already. In the back, there's a little triangle, and there's like a little spring. And on this side, the bone tooth goes in, and then it retracts always every so often.
Okay. All right, then I guess I was wrong, and maybe the P1P came with it. I don't know.
It's only if you want to have 8, 12, or 16.
Then you need another hub if you're going to add more than the one hub. Okay. All right, I was mistaken. Okay, I was mistaken then, Derek.
I was ready to go. Just buy an AMS and P1P, and you're ready to go.
I lost the signal. 3D Medic Vince, hello. How are you doing today?
Yeah. I've been printing melting ice cream.
Nice.
I designed it myself. Took me actually today I designed this.
I'm rarely right. I try to be, but yeah, the older I get, the more I forget. So.
Come on. I'm young and I keep forgetting stuff.
Yeah, when you get older, you got to wear glasses, need more light. That's kind of like when I work, I think I need more light. I got to wear my reading glasses. Yeah. Oh, non-fam?
Who's non-fam?
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't been here in a minute. He's been gone for a few weeks. Haven't seen him on the streams. Yeah, I send out invites every week to like 20 different people, and then random people drop in here and there. We can have up to 10 people at a time on screen, but lately we've had 5 or 6. And I usually stream 3 to 4 hours, but lately I've been streaming for 2 hours. And then, like I say, I'll be on the I'll be on another live stream at 6 o'clock. Rich's live stream, Laser Maker's Realm at 6 p.m. Pacific is what it was. I'll be on there with Patrick, Steve, and Rich, the LA Hobby Guy.
I saw that one. I marked it early on to watch it. So it's 2 o'clock basically in the morning for me.
Okay.
When you go
Where
live.
are you?
UK.
Oh, wow.
England.
Where did I get that screen background? We talking about that logo? Oh, that was just a random Google. Okay, you're talking about the flag and the eagle. That was just a random Google search. Just Google flags, Google eagles. So found it a while back. It would be appropriate for 4th of July coming up Tuesday.
I thought about to do a Napoleon ice cream, but it's very hard to do because of this angle. If I would have made it straight, this part, not in an angle, then it would have been easier to put the color in, because then you just put certain layer heights in and then it would be perfect. But if I put now layer lines, the layer to change color, it looks off center, you know what I mean? It looks basically at an angle, the color.
Matt, show Kenny the Day of the Dead picture you did in Lithuania.
Yeah.
Matt does tons and tons of lithophanes with a colored background, and recently he got a program from Bamboo where he's printing multicolored lithophane pictures.
Yeah, and I see that you have a kit for that, or well, not really a kit, but a set of spools for that
Yeah.
they sell.
Or it comes with a. If you buy the set, you get also a light kit with it. I can show that one too.
Yeah,
This is how it looks without white. I mean, white, you know. And hold on.
Well,
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, let me turn down my light, my big light.
I swear, man, Martian technology.
Martian technology.
Yeah, I mean, we've only been out of the Western days, 125 years, and we're coming up with this stuff all of a sudden. Martian technology.
Yeah.
We're not that bright.
Yeah, I've got a tall alien behind me. He's about 48 inches tall over here.
Yeah, they're all coming in from Searchlight. Anyways, oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. Let me do some more light switching off. That's all the lights I can switch off now. But
wow.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Where are you? I mean, I know you already said where you are nationally, Matt. But yeah, I need to get some schooling on that because I want to do a few things for my sister. So it sounds like you got that down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you need help with lithophane making, let me know. I can do
Matt,
the settings.
Matt, post your group in private chat, Matt, and I'll share it out.
All right. Hold on.
He uses Luban quite a bit, software.
Oh, and he's got 2 bamboos in the back, huh?
Yeah, 2 P1Ps.
Yep. You have a P1P?
His wife won one. I guess the other one might have been donated to him, right, Matt?
Yeah.
And I just got, I backed is what I did. You know, as a backer.
So you got the carbon
I'm not sitting, the combo. I'm not sitting in my shed right now, so you don't see my stuff. Maybe next week I'll set my shed. Because I do have a laptop out there, too, that I can do this with.
You got an air conditioner mounted in your shed?
Yes, I have a mini split, and it works great. And I even had it insulated, so it can be 110 and 76 in the shed.
Oh, Derek in the UK sold his Paul Bailey, and he had it painted. You got time to pop in, Derek? Yeah, I have another friend, Jason. He's called Jason, a tech guy. He works for the FAA out at the airport, and he lives out by Anthem, way out there by the M somewhere. I've never met him in person, but he used to pop into my hangouts quite a bit. He does a lot of Star Wars stuff. He's got 3 or 4 X1 carbons. He's got a Rat Rig 500.
Yeah,
and
nice.
he pops in occasionally.
I'm scared of my 500. With what I went through building it.
DeWitt 3D, the channel on YouTube, is Tim up in Canada. He's rebuilding his 500 right now on his channel, DeWitt 3D. And he also may pop in if he has time. Hello, Dave Gatton. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Looking forward to the next video, Dave, on your trailer. I haven't seen a video. I know you're busy working on it, but yeah, I enjoy watching your videos. Dave Gatton also has a great channel for CNCs. He's been doing it for many years. Does tons of really cool stuff and projects. He was streaming every week at 6 o'clock at night, and I don't know what happened, but lately he must be busy. He hasn't been streaming lately. Here we go. Got Derek popping in from the UK. Hey, Derek, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I seen that P1P you unboxed this morning. It's really cool.
Mate, I can't believe it. Look, it's going like mad. Love it.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I keep it at the second speed. What was it again? The normal speed?
Yeah, and that's normal.
Standard.
Speed.
Yeah.
I've all I've done for it is printed the poop chute, as they call it.
I would not even. You know what I did? I went to IKEA and got myself an IKEA. Make me big please. And then I use those little boxes from IKEA to catch the poop in the back.
Yeah.
So it falls in the back down, and then
he says his shelf pulled away from the wall, the printer pushed back a little further. I got an Amazon box. I just got a small Amazon box. You can't see it. I don't need to print anything. I just use we all have Amazon boxes, right?
Oh, that's nice.
This only just came off it earlier on today. It took about
that's Bowser.
8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Where you got that file from?
No support, so I can't remember where I got it from now, but that's
very nice.
No supports. I mean, it's just
it's sellable.
It's just unreal. It really is.
Very nice.
I mean, that was at 200%. I'm trying to paint Mario to go with him. So I'm nearly finished painting him. But, yeah.
If it's a free file, do you know if it's a free file?
I can sort you out, Matt. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
That's what you
right now it's 104 in Vegas and sunny out. And I work construction most of my life in the heat, and you get used to it. But now that I'm retired, I walk outside. I turn around and go back in the house.
Oh,
kind of how it is now. That looks great. Excellent.
Now I can show my elephant dogs off. Well, my elephant dog, yeah. My elephant hunting dog.
Yep.
See how big she is?
Size of a cat.
I called out.
Yeah, the Bamboo Labs Multicolor AMS does beautiful prints. They're sellable. They look perfect. But God, do they waste a lot of plastic with doing that. They waste so much filament. But they're beautiful, but it's a lot of filament. But
the Bowser, you're looking at around about 1,000, 1,500 filament changes.
That's why I've only just done one colour. I'm quite happy with it at the moment.
I know.
It is really good. I've had one fail at the moment, but that was my own fault. I'm printing the toolbox.
Okay.
Yeah, the print in place toolbox. Yeah, I've seen them, Jerry. I mean, that's why I've jumped on the bandwagon. I just can't. Just unreal.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things I printed that I wouldn't buy because they're not perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Completely perfect. And there's hardly no layer changes there because of the way this is designed in particular. And then, Kenny, I think you were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a designer friend of mine. I sent him a couple pictures over in Germany, and he designed it for me. But I forgot to tell him that I normally am clean shaven. So as you can see, he designed it just like the pictures. It's got hair on it. But anyway, I painted it up the best I could. So it came out pretty good. Looks a lot like him.
I just shortened up for the summer because I knew it was, like you said, Vegas, I was down to about here just a couple of weeks ago on my beard. I was looking.
I know the bungee is coming out really nice.
Has anybody? Okay, speaking of benchy, has anybody ever done an RC? Like a large RC controlled benchy that anybody knows about that actually goes in the water?
I think a couple of people done that already, but problem is the top heavy, so you have to put a metal piece underneath, or when you print, have like a little space inside where you put the metal piece inside, and then let it print over, because otherwise the top will just go down like this.
Yeah. Just that idea keeps running in my head to do that someday.
Yeah, you need something like a keel, but
yeah, we don't want to do deadliest catch.
Is my Banshee?
When I got into 3D printing in like 2017, I think it was, it took me a couple of years until I finally did a Banshee. I procrastinated forever.
I know my first Banshee.
Hello, how you doing today?
Hey, Royal Nomi. My first Banshee I did on the my resin printer.
There's a link. If anybody would like to drop in and hang out, you're welcome to come in on camera. You're welcome to promote yourself. Anything you want to talk about, you're welcome to talk about it, as long as it's hobby related.
Or food.
Yeah, we even talk about food.
There's a printer for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Pancake.
We try not to ever talk about politics, so we don't want to go there. Because everybody is entitled to their opinion, and everybody's opinion is different, so let's don't go there.
Yeah. That's,
I'm gonna go get some more ammo.
Okay.
more ammo.
I just can't believe that P1P.
Oh, cool.
I know.
What conference?
I do think I use my P1P quite often every day for hours and on hours and hours. I find at least once a week I have to do a residency test just to calibrate everything again, plus tighten the belts. And it works ever fine.
Okay.
Sylvester. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said.
I thought I saw a rabbit. No.
Very nice.
That's Tweety Bird, yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about painting. Just print out. If you have the right colors, you can print it out perfect every time. Just glue it all together, and it's perfect.
Yeah, I got a large inventory of spools. So that's why when I advertised the laser this morning, my old one, that's why it's only got a couple hours, because I'm more of a 3D printer. But I do want to get into lasers, and what confused me about the other one the most is the way that nothing's laid out to where you can't just put in your rotator for the tumblers. You have to kind of figure out where it goes. With this one, the Raleigh, boom, snap it, there you go. And that's what sold me.
Pick up. In the past, I've tried different rotaries, and a lot of times my work would walk and move. But I've only done 2 things on the rolling, and it's been perfect. It hasn't walked or moved on me at all. But as long as it's not spinning at high rate of speed, it shouldn't walk. But the best kind in the world would be a chuck kind where it grabs your material. But so far in the Rolly, the rollers have been perfectly fine on it.
I wonder if I can use the chuck from my other one.
Not sure if it'd plug in. You'd have to reconfigure it in Lightburn. Rolly may be coming out with one in the future. I don't know.
I see they're coming out with a 20 in August.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that'll just be a laser head. I don't think it's going to be a whole new unit. But yeah, so far I'm real happy with it. I've reviewed probably 6 or 7 different diode lasers from companies, including the D1. I have an Otura Laser Master 3 that I'm keeping, and then I have the Raleigh. So I have 2 diodes at the moment. Got a chocolate bar here melting in front of me here, so I got all over my fingers.
I do got another question, because obviously I'm part of the VA, and yesterday, before we started our meeting, because I'm in a fat boy program to lose weight right now, and yes, we have those programs. Anyways, I heard somebody in the background before we started yesterday morning talking about Discord, and that Discord is only a place for complainers. What's everybody else's thought on Discord?
I've got a small Discord channel. A lot of people post on there and they chat. I don't have a problem with Discord. I guess it depends where you're at. But most makers have a Discord channel. People complain to become complaining. That's just how things are. Whether it's under your video or on Facebook or wherever, people, if that's how people want to be. But yeah, there's not many people on my Discord channel. I started it a few months back, but I try to post stuff on there when I do it. I've had a Facebook group for quite some time called 3D Printing and Painting, 3D HP. I've only got about 5,500 members on that. And then I'm on YouTube, Instagram. I think I'm on TikTok, but I've only got 1 or 2 little videos. I don't even go there. But Tom Lama. Hello, Tom.
Let's hear somebody else talk, man. I see we got a group here.
Yeah, this happens a lot where we all go silent, but sometimes we get more people on camera and then chat asks questions. But
Yeah.
Okay.
so
What do
yeah,
you guys think about? Do you guys seen the new Creality? What they're bringing out? The new K Max, I think
the
K1 Max.
K1 Max. Yeah,
Yeah, 400 by 400 by 400, I believe.
that's a good size. I haven't
Yeah.
tried the printer. Sam Prince has reviewed a couple, but I think Dan DB3D Dan has a K1 that he just got. Don't know much about it. It's right around 500, and then Bamboo Labs dropped their P1P down to the same $599.
I
They
know.
can compete with it. Came down $100. So
Yeah.
Do anybody in the group make it? I forget what that thing is called. It was back east at Industry.
Murph.
Yeah.
Murph.
Anybody in the group go to that?
I haven't been to Murph. I have a lot of people in chat that have went to Murph, and I was watching everybody's YouTube videos. I want to go to Murph next year, or the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap, probably in Colorado. And then we've got Earth coming up. That's back around. Where's Earth at, guys? Pennsylvania, Washington area, New York. That's coming up here pretty soon.
Smurf is coming up in the UK.
Yeah, Roll Nami went with her husband. I've seen him on camera. I've seen you on a bunch of pictures and on videos.
I will try to go there.
Bel Air, Maryland. Okay.
Yeah, when I did watch the videos on this recent one, I didn't see that Bamboo was there. I saw that Prussia was there, but not Bamboo.
Yeah, I don't think Bamboo's been anywhere yet to any events.
No.
Prussia tries to show up at most
Revenge.
things. Creality's never been anywhere before, and Creality just showed up at Murph. I don't think Creality usually pops out to our events in the U.S.
Yeah, that was my little joke, by the way, on Prussia. Marsha. Because on Bamboo, everybody was always talking about their Prussia.
Yeah, I've got a Prusa Mini, which I'll probably end up calling it, but
I have a Prusa Mini. I broke it. I won it. I got it for free. I broke the front of it, so I have to get it fixed. Cost me £20 to fix. So, and I'm too lazy to order it right now. Cause yeah.
Oh, Matt, when you're out and about, tell Ringo and that other guy hi when you see him. Ringo and the other guy, Paul.
You're on about the Beatles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wow, why didn't that pop up on screen?
Ringo. I don't name anybody named Ringo, and then only one. He meant the Beatles, of course. Yeah.
No, my graphics didn't pop up on screen. You could hear it, but you couldn't see it.
Okay, I have another question. Sorry about all the questions since I'm new. Okay.
No worries.
What's everybody's thoughts on 80%? Has anybody played with it? Is it a discussion that can be discussed on 80%?
It's not quite 100, is it?
No, I want 110.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
No,
I don't.
3D. Well, I mean, I never made one, but ghost guns.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's against the
Scott
law.
Poppy in Edge 3D. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Hey, Scott.
Hey,
How you doing?
We're back from
Murph.
Survived.
Wow.
Spending 4 days with Sam Prentice, and now I got 4 months of therapy to get back to normal.
And the razor to fix.
Yeah, Sean, the 3D print
Can you
general.
break your razor?
Channel on 3D printed guns on YouTube. 3D print general Sean. He does a lot of 3D printing on guns and different things like that. He's a great channel to follow.
I mean, I don't want to build a full one. I just like to, see how well I could have it, like the lower to come out, just to look at the quality. That's all. I don't want to build anything.
Yeah. Well, check out his channel, 3D Print General. His name is Sean, and he knows all about that in detail.
Okay.
So, Matt, to answer your question, Sam didn't break any of my racers, but I destroyed all 3 of the death racers, and all 3 of my, well, one of my dragsters didn't run, but the other 2 dragsters, they actually wound up, well, they wound up having to run against themselves without me driving them, and anyway, so it was a good time, but everything turned out well.
Good.
One thing
And I
I
saw-
noticed, Scott, you always wear a ball cap or hat of some kind, don't you?
No?
Okay. Because it seems to me when you're doing some filming, when they had the little death racers running around, it was the back of your head shot, and you had a real dark tan, but the back of your head was really white. And I'm thinking, he must wear a ball cap all the time. Unless it was just a camera angle, but your back of your head at the time looked really white in the picture.
Kind of like it's really white right here on the camera right now.
I think that's from the glare of the camera, probably, the light.
That's the glare of the overhead light up here.
Yeah.
Here. See if that
Yeah.
gets rid of, well, that doesn't help any.
You know, when people in the future, when they land again on the moon, they're going to use a laser and use his head to shoot a laser on his head to bounce it back over to the moon to
There
see
you
the
go.
measurements of how far the distance is.
There you go. Yep. Oh. Hey, you know, I'm trying to look like Jerry.
Yeah.
I'm trying real hard to look like Jerry, so.
Yeah, I shave my head about once a week. It starts growing up. I'm normally bald right here. Well, let me take you off the
Sorry,
big screen.
I couldn't
Normally,
help
all
it.
this is bald, and then I would have hair around the sides. It'd be all white, so I just try to shave it all about once a week.
Yeah.
Scott, we have a new guy on stream here, Kenny Swims. He lives in Henderson, Nevada, here in Vegas, and he's a maker, and he does a little bit of anything and everything. He's a retired vet, and he dropped in today for the first time. I just met him 3 or 4 days ago on YouTube or on Facebook.
Well, nice to meet you, Kenny. So, I'm Scott.
I like the rock in the background.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing here, so. Oh, yeah, that's a
Lego.
No, it's
That's
not
a-
It's the
Oh, yeah.
full Saturn V.
Is that from Fab 3D also?
Yeah, that's a Fab 365, and it even has the Mars or the moon lander.
Nice.
I can get it out of there.
Fab365.net has tons and tons of models. They're usually print in place and they pull together.
Yeah, these rockets are a little bit more than print in place that folds together, but they do have some really cool models. I had the big SpaceX Super Starship or whatever the hell they called it, the one that just blew up, but I gave that away to some kid at the event on Sunday. In fact, I gave away everything on Sunday. I even gave away all 4 of my printers.
Wow.
So I went with 4 printers, and I came home with 1 printer, and it wasn't even the printer that I went with.
Well, you got your Ender conversion, the Core XY. You brought that one home, right?
Nope, I gave it away.
Wow.
Yeah, I gave it away on Sunday, and both of the Mercury ones and the Lynx. So, yeah, I was starting to pack stuff up, and as people were walking by, if they showed any interest, I let them use my cart to wheel a printer out to their car.
Wow, cool. Very nice of you.
So, anyway.
Well, for your next video, you have to kick yourself in the butt there and build another one, I guess.
I've got a kit. Haven't even opened it yet. It's out in the other room there for the Core XY.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, let's see, Big Tree Tech sent me, what the hell is this? Manta 3. They sent me the Manta 3 Easy board, 5 of the easy steppers and a CB1 to use for that build. So that'll go into it. And then I came home with a Creality. Well, I haven't even opened it up yet either. Hold on here.
So Creality had their K1 there, and they had the prototype for the 400 by 400. How did that look?
That was an awesome printer. They actually gave it away to a maker on Sunday night. She took it home. She's not even a YouTube person or anything else, and she won it on Sunday at the private after party.
Oh, cool.
So, and I got a Creality Sonic pad that I haven't even opened up yet, so I have no idea what this thing even is.
All kind of toys.
Now you open it up, you find a book in it. The only thing what I have Creality wise is my scanner. That's the only part I have from Creality.
Nice.
I'll have to play with it and see how it works and what it does and all that. But I got that. And then let's see. There was the swag bag.
Oh, God, show the swag bag. I miss Count Dex. I used to come home with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I've been to CES twice with my son here in Vegas. About 100 billion people.
So this is a coffee grinder and coffee cup. So,
it looks like a black velvet box, or is it velvet or no?
Yeah, it's black velvet box, and it's got a little hand coffee mill. I don't know how. Oh, there. So
nice.
All engraved with Creality on it, and then a little metal coffee cup with a leather band on it. So a bunch of other little stuff in the bag there, all kinds of little trinket type stuff. So
type that wrong, Dusty.
And a t-shirt. But I'm not wearing that t-shirt. I'm wearing the, well, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know.
How many people are usually in attendance on something like that?
I think they limited that to like 30 or 40 people it was by invitation only. So
no, I mean the overall the main event.
A couple thousand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say probably around 2,000 overall. Between
you think there were more people at Rocky Mountain or at Earth this year?
That's really hard to judge, Jerry, because Murph is in a bigger facility, so it's more spread out. So with the same number of people, it doesn't seem as crowded.
Yeah.
So I think, all right, Jerry, I'll stand up so you can see the whole shirt. There you
go. That's cool.
I'd say if you know, you know. There, since it's a big screen.
Nice.
If you know, you know. If you don't need to know. Anyway, I think there was probably more people at Rocky Mountain, but it's really hard to say. And Rocky Mountain and Murph are entirely different venues. I can only imagine what Justin would have done if I'd got liquored up at Rocky Mountain on Saturday night and started flying a big drone through the building. You know, but we had stuff like that going on Saturday night in Goshen.
Yeah, I remember in one of your videos, I think it was your video, where I was thinking there's no way he's walking around with a pole in his hand that looks like a drone. You're filming with.
Yep, that was my big drone. Well, it was a bigger drone than the other ones were flying in there. Guys were flying the little mini whoops in there, so I got a DJI out and flew it around in there.
Oh, cool.
And then Nero took his Nerf blaster because he was shooting the little mini whoops out of the air. So he got his Nerf blaster out again and tried to shoot my DJI out of the air, and it didn't even phase it. They would just, when he'd hit it, it'd just bobble a little bit, but he couldn't shoot it down. So,
which DJI? Because I have one.
It's an old Mavic Air something or another.
2?
Hell, I don't know. It's like 6 years old.
Yeah, because mine's a 2.
I got 2 little tiny drones here in the house. One's a Star Wars something, and I got another little bitty drone, but nothing big, nothing with a camera on it. And I live by Nellis Air Force Base, so I can't fly anything here anyway.
Oh yeah, you're definitely shot.
And if I throw any of it on YouTube, I'll get nailed that fast. Somebody turn me in.
Just a Mavic Air. So I think it's
Jerry, you ever gone to any of the shows?
What's that?
You ever gone to any of the air shows?
I went to the 50th anniversary. I've been to 2 out there a long time ago. Because I lived probably less than half a mile from the back gate, which has been shut forever. I just go, I live at Hollywood and Cary, so I go up about 3 blocks. I'm on Hollywood. I look left, I can see the Speedrome across the valley, and then I got the base right there. So I got jets that fly over my house daily. And then for some reason, they like to take off at night. All the really big aircraft like to take off all night long, and all I hear is rumbling. But if you live here, you get used to it and kind of you turn it off in your head.
The creativity realm, there is an event coming up in the UK. It's called the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Festival, and be in Oxford, England on December 2nd and 3rd. I believe that's the dates.
September, I think it is.
December.
All right.
December 2nd and 3rd, Oxford, England, at the examination halls there at the university.
All right.
So
I have to go there.
And we'll be having the death racers there. We won't be running dragsters, but we will be running death racers. And yeah, it's a full blown Rep Rat festival, just like we have here in the States, but it's over there at Oxford. So,
all right.
Cool.
So yeah, December 2nd and 3rd, and then the next one we actually have coming up here stateside is September 30th and October 1st in Bel Air, Maryland, at the East Coast Rep Rat Festival.
My wife, I hope, is listening to this. So she
if anybody is just dropping in the stream, Dell, let me get his name right. Dell Lost Logos 3D printing up top in the UK. It's Derek, and he is a member of the Bamboo Club now. He has a P1P he just got. He unboxed it. I think it was this morning on YouTube. Quick little video. His wife taped it. He'll have more follow-up videos, but he's a member of the club. So way to go, bud. You're going to love it.
Cheers. Needed it. Simple as.
Here, Jerry, I'll drop the link for Smurf in the private chat if you would post it, please. And
right. Sam said he'll try to drop in if he has time.
Scott, is that?
No, Sam. No, Sam. I spent 4 days with him. I don't need any more. I honestly, it's going to take me 4 months of therapy to get over that.
The big giant banner that was behind him and Tripod, did Nick Harbor do that for him?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was. Because he's the one that did my logo that I have here now, finally, that I trailed up with.
Yeah, he's working on a logo for me, too. And here is the link for the East Coast Rep Rat Festival as well.
Okay.
So, Sam's online. I don't know why he isn't in here. Who knows? He's probably still drinking. Practicing up his curse words and everything so that he can come on here.
Here, let me. I'll drop him another link on Facebook to remind him that I'm online right now.
Yeah, at the Creality event, Sam was he was doing a really good job of a televangelist, and he had us all hallelujah and amen, and we were all his flock, and and then poor people from China probably wonder what kind of people they just got involved with.
Yeah. I just resent him the link.
What? Didn't he say we all worship reality?
That was a good time. It was a really good time. So,
Creality was a really great printer in their day. Then here came along another company. So Creality has a lot of catching up to do. But I
Yeah.
originally started with Creality like most people, and now I've kind of moved away from Creality. Not that I won't go back at some point, but time will tell.
Creality, you know, they're like them or not, they're the king of the mountain.
Yeah.
They produce more printers than anybody else out there. They to date they've sold over 5 million printers. So everybody's always shooting their spears at the king at the top of the mountain. And you know, like them or hate them, they are the biggest. And I will give them credit that they showed up at Murph and they are really trying to connect with the humans. And they were asking questions and listening to what people had to say. Now, are they going to just go and make everything open source like they should? Yeah, who knows? So, you know, but Murph was really, there was really a lot of interesting people there. The chief operating officer, basically the owner of Big Tree Tech, was there. Got to talk with him quite a bit. You know, like I say, Creality's trying, and I think that this deal here last weekend was their first attempt to be part of the group and gain some acceptance. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. But you know, they did put on a hell of an after party. Food was catered in, open bar. Lasted about 3 hours. They gave away a bunch of stuff: printers, laser, filament, Sonic pens. And now Amazon thinks I'm trying to cancel something. Alexa, stop.
Oh, that witch.
Yeah, I've got Alexa all over my house in every room in the house.
Yeah, I told her earlier on to play some poker music.
But yeah, it was, like I say, it was a good time. And they're trying. You know, they're really trying. They're asking Sam to do a bit more with them, I believe, to try to put more of a human aspect on the company, and introduce, you know, the humans in the company. Because at the end of the day, you know, you can call a Creality Ender 3 a piece of crap, whatever you want, but that's somebody's work. Somebody sat there and designed that printer, and you know, it's not an AI robot just cranking out printers. There's human beings there working, coming up with these things and designing them and building them. And you know, like them or not, I mean, there is the human aspect, and I think Creality is trying to show that a little bit. And I think they're trying to connect with people. Whether or not they'll take the advice that everybody gave them while they were there asking for it, time will tell.
Yeah.
But,
I try to connect with Creality, but I always get a blank or I get scammers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm getting in my group the other day, I think I had to remove like 20 people. And then in the other group, what I'm in, moderator, I had to remove like 10 scammers who tried to sell Creality, GTEx, and Anycubic all at once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm work with all those companies together. And I'm like, yeah.
Here's my logo on a mirror, Scott.
Yeah, I seen that earlier. I was actually watching on the stream. I was busy doing some work when you first started the stream. So
yeah, I made a light box for it out of 2x3s, and I used my skill saw to cut a slot to slide the mirror in. Unfortunately, it was really tight. There's my wife. All the way down, so I was taking a rubber mallet, tapping the wood on top of it to slide it all the way down. And after about an hour of tapping, I got down to the very bottom, last 2 inches, and I broke the mirror.
Ouch.
So 15 hours later, I've done another one. I put it back on my table saw. I took the slot, made it twice as wide, so now it'll drop in easily, and then I can hot glue the back of it if there's any slop. And I'm going to put lights in it that'll light up. So
I thought it was funny when he broke the first one.
yeah, it's funny.
Well, hit a mirror with a mallet. I got a question about the Creality or the meeting again. Was the K1 on display?
The K1 and the K1 Max were both on display and printing. They were printing the entire time at the event.
But don't you think it's kind of ironic that it's a little close to the, our friends over at Bamboo?
What do you mean?
I mean, it just seems like they're trying to.
Everybody copies everybody. Did they copy?
Say,
I know.
Let's talk about the 50 companies that have copied the Ender 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, everybody copies everybody.
So
That's just how it works.
it's only. I mean, you can't single Creality out for copying somebody else when everybody else has been copying Creality for 10 years. So,
True.
it's.
You got me there.
That's the direction. That's the direction the printers are heading. Is the enclosed Core XY. Bamboo's the first, and arguably right now they're the best. But we'll see. So
the Sobel SV06 is a copy of Prusa's printer for like $300 instead of paying $1,000. You pay $300, get something almost as good. Yeah, Jerry, let me grab it. I got it right here. I have a Betty Boop I did for my wife, but here, this is a Spawn I did on the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon, multicolor. Had a designer, friend of mine, designed this for me, and I threw them up on my Etsy store, but it's got a black layer, white layer, and a red layer. So came out really good. It's perfect. It's as far as I'm concerned, that's quality from going to Walmart and buying it or something. It's a perfect print. I don't see layer lines. I don't see any problems with it whatsoever. And almost, not everything, but almost everything on the Bamboo comes out almost perfect. But not everything, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had failure last night. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, the K1 is quite obviously a take on the Bamboo, and
The question is, does Creality gonna come with an AMS system out?
I don't have any information on an AMS system.
Or MMU,
Yeah, any type of MMU system until they come up with something comparable to the. Because I've got printers that print better than my Bamboo. No doubt about it, they print better than the Bamboo, but they don't print multicolor better than Bamboo, even with my ERCF. They did.
What's the man's name? I can't think of his name. You'll know it. That took the Bamboo and he's got 4, 5, 6, 7 colors going into it on the extruder. What's his name?
Bill Steele.
Bill Steele. I think he's got
Chameleon.
the best solution with the Chameleon with almost no waste. Is his, but I'd want to put that deal on the back of the printer. I wouldn't want that sitting up on the hot end while it's moving around this fast, jerking that around.
Huge.
Yeah, you can mount them on the back of the printer, but I think that's the best way to go. MMU, I think, is garbage. I've never had one, but everybody that I know that has had one has had nothing but trouble. So and then you got the AMS, and I had slot 1 motor go out of my AMS, but it's a machine. Anything can go out at any given time. You just got to replace it. Then occasionally I'll get brittle filament that will get stuck somewhere in a PTF tube, and I got to take the AMS apart and figure out where that little piece is that broke off, get it out, and then it works properly. But that's my fault because my filament gets brittle. I don't re-dry it, and when I grab a spool, I got to break off a foot or 5 foot, whatever, until it quits breaking, and then I load it in the printer.
Oh, Jerry, a good trick is in the back of the AMS unit, right? There's like a little where the PTFE tube runs in. Just press the tube leveler downwards and pull it out, and then shove basically PLA line through.
Well, yeah, I always feed it that way. I don't push the button. I just stick it in the hole and push it down, and then it grabs it and takes it that quick.
Yeah, or the reversed way.
Yeah.
What about the speaking of multi-feed? There's also, because there's on the rack rig group that I'm a part of, there's a guy named David that built I forget what it's called, the Crazy Carrot or something like that, but it's something you can make, and it serves several spools. I'm gonna have to look up the name, but it's all on GitHub, and I think the kit is like $140 to build.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about? The crazy carrot, something or other.
Yeah, I don't know about
Oh.
that one, but I have.
Yeah, I
A,
know about the crazy carrot. Zombie hedgehog. He has one, and he used it, and I think some of the stuff came out pretty nice. I think it's
So I'm
more
wondering
reliable than the other MMU from what's the other company called? I forgot.
well,
But
you have the ERCF, which I have one of those or had one of those, and it wasn't perfect, but once it was tuned in and everything was working right and everything, it did a damn good job. But it's definitely not a plug and play. The Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder, that's the ERCF non-fam.
yeah.
But that's, like I say, it's not a plug and play. You've got to build it, you've got to tune it, and it takes a lot of work. Was that a bamboo print?
Yep. It's from Lightspeed.
Granny would be pissed.
You can put a beer in it, whatever size you want. I had to oversize it a little bit. And then I went to the local bar and I got some empty beer bottles from them for my video. And a couple more bottles I wanted. She said, "We'll come back in a couple hours and we have more patrons. You get more bottles." And then I just went to Walmart and I bought a couple 12 packs of different size bottles. And, pretty much put it in the bottom, screw it together, and you can drink out of it. And that's from Lightspeed, Steven. And here's another one I did multicolor. Here's the one I did on my YouTube short. That took a mile of filament to print that because all those color changes, because every time you go up to do one layer, it's got to come around, stop, pause, do a little bit of the black or the brown, pause, back and forth. Takes forever, but it comes out literally perfect. Looks like a genie bottle. And you can put a beer in it.
How long?
Oh, God, I don't remember. I'd have to go check my video. It's a really long time.
definitely a day.
Yeah, it takes a really long time because it's got to pause and extrude filament and change and do its purge tower. And I got a YouTube short. If you've seen it, I weighed out all the filament and then I threw the purge tower on top of it. It's a ton of filament, but the results are perfect. Beautiful. So
potion number 8. I thought it was potion number 9 that they made.
It was, but since he done his version, he called it number 8.
Okay. Well, I really don't have anything that I've been working on making.
Oh, wow. Lightspeed's in chat. There he is right there. There's a designer right there.
Yep.
Hey, Shirley, in case he wants to come in and chat for a minute.
Well, I'm going to have to jump out because I've got other obligations this evening and I'm still not unpacked from Murph, so... But figured I'd stop in for a little bit and say hi.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your video.
Little longer than I was in on last Saturday at Murph, so it was just so incredibly loud there, and I had you guys in earbuds, so nobody else that you were talking to could hear you. But
yeah,
we had a good time. The death races. Find the videos from Sunday when they brought out the Voron death racer, and it just destroyed all of us. That was really good, but drag races went off really well. We only had let's see, I think it was, well, we figured out Jim doesn't know how to drive a dragster, the Edge of Tech.
He broke somebody's that he borrowed. I heard he ran into somebody and broke it in half.
Yeah, he broke the whole back end off of it and all the entrails were hanging out of it, but some people got together and reprinted parts for it, and he raced it again on Sunday. And then the people that he borrowed that one from, they had one run away with lost radio control, and it spun around and went back through the crowd of people. And we had a lady got a little nick on her ankle, and everybody was all worried about it. And I ran into her about an hour later inside, and she was so happy because now she had something to tell her grandkids. So
yeah, I've seen a couple people there. At least one person was barefoot. I'm thinking, why are you barefoot around RC cars? That's crazy.
Well, that's the other thing I'm working on. I got to get it done before Earth and before Rocky Mountain next year is actual barricades to keep the dragsters, which the barricades keeping them on the track is not the problem. What I'm working on right now is a trap at the end to stop them.
Here we go. We got Stephen Lightspeed popping in right now. Hey, Steven, how you doing?
What's up, my man? How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
That was a good life.
Yours must have been burned. I'm showing off some of your stuff on the channel.
I heard. Yeah, I was sitting there listening, and I heard my name. I'm like, what? I'm in full submarine mode right now.
Well,
How deep
guys,
are you in?
I gotta go.
How deep
Take
are
care,
you
Scotty.
in?
Oh,
Have a
I'm
great
in
day.
deep.
See you guys later. Nice meeting
Later.
you, Kenny.
Bye-bye.
You could say I'm 3 miles under the sea, my friend. That's how deep I am.
Are you on cell phone? Turn it sideways. You go full screen.
Oh,
There you go.
Watch for the Kraken.
I wish
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
people would do that.
I seen that you designed a prototype of that.
hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to change my camera. Why am I on a cell phone? Why did I do this to myself? Should you just be able to tap it, Jerry?
I don't know. I've never logged in on cell phone.
Anyways, so yeah, so I'm making these submarines. The Titan submarine.
Yeah.
But I designed this for Patreon, and this, geez, this is so backwards. Oh my god. Yeah. So, ooh, boy, that is really hard to do backwards. But yeah. So I designed this. It's the #1 model on things, I think, for the year. That's how popular it was. But anyways, I'm selling them like hotcakes on my Etsy store. Like I can't keep up with it hardly. So yeah. So all the bamboos, submarines, 24/7 right now. So mostly for model railroaders and aquarium people. So, but
I think it's kind of. I'm sorry, it's kind of sad. Those people died, and
it is sad. Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah. But sad, there was no pain involved there, so it was instantaneous.
How you know?
It's a. Let me ask you this, Matt. Let me ask you this, Matt. You remember the guy that thought the world was flat, and so he built his own rocket and he shot himself into the sky, and then he died, right? To me, that guy got memed to the moon and back, right? Like that guy got, like, people were just mean, right? And I mean, people do dangerous things with dangerous consequences, unfortunately. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm not making fun of them. I'm immortalizing it, if anything. But, people want it for, like, their dioramas and stuff. So it dominated the news for 2 weeks,
It's like 9/11. Never forget.
I think 9/11 is a little bit different because there was unwitting victims in that, right? Like there was kids, children, moms, dads that didn't want that went to work that day not knowing that they were at risk. Well, these guys got into an experimental tube, and I'm not saying they got what they deserved, but they certainly knew the consequences could be deadly, right? So. While it's sad, I don't know. I wouldn't say I feel bad for them. I mean, I feel bad for the kid. The kid, I feel really bad for.
That mini sub had already went down there, like 15 or 20 times. It's already been down there quite a few times. So
you had every reason to think that it was going to be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah. Hello, that Brett and Chad. Hello, Brett.
Hey.
It's sad for sure. Like I said, it's just, I don't know. To me, it's like if you're playing Russian roulette and the person, blows her head off.
What I meant about 9/11 is The Sopranos was on at the time, and as soon as that happened, they took the towers out of their intro. And I'm thinking, why would you take the towers out of your intro? It was always there, but then it's like they wanted you to forget about it, and I don't know why they took it out of the intro of The Sopranos. They changed the beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Here you go, Lightspeed. That's what I designed today.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love those, actually. I've seen those. Those are cool.
Oh.
Well, what about the popsicle that died, Matt? It's not fair. It's not nice.
Why?
I'm just kidding. What about the little boy with diabetes?
Sugar-free popsicle.
Yeah. I might pop out here for a second, Jerry. I'm trying to go to my computer because this sucks.
All right. Well, thank you very much for dropping in. If you come
back, I'm going to come back in. I'm just getting on my computer. I'm switching.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Jerry, I'm gonna pop out. I'm too busy looking at stuff I want to print now. So,
All right, Derek.
catch you guys
We
later.
look forward to seeing your next video, and congratulations being a member of the Bamboo Lab Club. And you have an awesome day, my friend.
Will do.
Oh,
See you guys. Thank
Derek,
you.
send me a
Later.
message.
See you, bud.
Will do, Matt. See you later.
By the way, oh, okay.
Hey, Matt.
I wonder if all the new bamboo people know about the wiki that we have. The
What?
Bamboo Lab has a nice wiki. I mean, it's
Oh,
got
yeah.
a lot
Wiki
of
page,
yeah, it's got a lot of information.
You know,
I go there
they
quite a bit.
defer-
Oh,
they
yeah.
send people to that wiki.
Steven, your volume's really low.
What's that?
Your volume
Your
barely hear
volume's-
you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see if this is any better.
Yeah, I've been on Bamboo Wiki quite a bit. I downloaded the new slicer, but I haven't tried it. Here, I can turn you up on my end, Steven.
No, it's okay. Hold on. Let me. I have my mic volume turned way down.
Oh, there you go. I can see it going up and down. You must be moving it.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, I had like 3 people ask me if you're a part of my Patreon.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
because they were giving away a bamboo on July 17th. I had 3 people go, "Hey, is Matt German part of this Patreon?" I go, "No, that's a weird question. Why are you asking me?" They said, "Well, if he is, he's probably going to win the printer." So,
Yeah, Matt
I
used
was
to have
just
that kind
wondering.
of luck everywhere.
You win a lot of printers, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, join my Patreon. You never know.
Yeah, I know.
What else is going on, Jerry? You want to see some more stuff I'm working on?
Sure. Everybody loves to see it.
So this is called an impossible box. It's like a kind of like what Thin Air did, only it's like a magic box, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but buried deep inside here is you can put card or money or whatever. And the idea is from the outside, there's really no way to see what's in, how to get it apart. So it's a little bit of a puzzle. But it has about 100 little tiny itty bitty screws that hold it together inside on various levels that are hidden. So it's a something you give people that you don't like, or maybe you want to annoy. And then this I print. Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
This is 3D printed.
You were asking which one in the pictures, and I didn't blow them up. I was guessing at which ones I was looking at.
So this is the chicken one. This is the beef one. But yeah, pretty cool little thingamabob here. I got a bunch of them, but this is another one I did. But
put them in your cabinet, hide your money. Nobody would ever find it.
That's all your ramen. Honestly,
is that on your Patreon too?
Yeah, yeah.
Would
if
that
you
be
want
allowed
any of these, if you want any of these, Matt, I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so they the idea was to like try to hide it in your pantry, right? Like nobody's gonna steal your ramen soup, right? This is another one I released just the other day. It's a pencil box for back to school. And this can all be printed on a single color printer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you can put everything except for that, I guess. But this was actually really hard to make, to be honest. I know several people have done pencil boxes, but
And that's on the bamboo, the yellow?
yeah.
Really? Because it looks like it'd be too tall. Well, it looks like it'd be too tall.
Oh no, this goes on the bamboo. Yeah, this is. In fact, I made it exactly.
Just
I think it's
fits.
220 millimeters.
Wow.
Share your Patreon link in private chat, and I'll post it.
Actually, it's 180 millimeters tall. This is. But I love this thing. If you don't know my models, my big thing is like threads. Like everything has threads, but like that.
Yeah, like this one here. I'm still trying to figure out why this one had.
Well, that's a lot of surface contact. But yeah, that thing. You know what? When I made that, I was not sure if that was going to work. But actually, eraser
I got a
down,
question.
eraser down.
So you're basically a creator, it sounds like.
Yeah. I make 3D models. So I used to run companies. I ran large distribution companies for the last 22 years.
Hey, Sebastian.
That kind of fell apart like a year or so ago, and so I just basically started learning how to do CAD work. So
Yeah.
So far it's not going great, but it's not going horrible either.
My sister is hounding me for a Spike, the dog, because one of her daughter's husbands, that's his nickname is Spike. So she's hounding because I have a bunch of Looney Tunes I showed earlier under my
a Spike, a Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Spike the dog, and the guy that does all the Looney Tunes out there, his name is Steve Solomon, I believe.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done Spike the dog yet.
Yeah. So that kind of falls under organic modeling. I mean, some of the Looney Tunes stuff I could probably pull off, but
SBC 3D. Hello.
Yeah.
Like stuff like this is mechanical, So this is like the one Jerry just showed. I love this freaking model. I don't really use it, but I'll never get rid of it. I love it. I thought this was a really clever way to put the outside on it.
Yeah, that's the one that fits your Coors bottles, but it wouldn't fit my other bottle, so it needed to be oversized. So when I printed the red one and my other ones, I had to size them up like 5%. That way it would fit any bottle.
I did change that in the later models, like the one with the 50 cal is will fit the wider neck ones.
Okay.
But yeah, I love this. This was like one of my favorite designs I made. I don't even care about the bottle thing. In fact, Jerry, I was going to make just a container out of it, to be honest.
This one here is so heavy. If I hit somebody in the head with them, I can knock them out. It won't break the print. This thing is really heavy duty.
Yeah, this is a ton of filament for sure.
Yeah.
It turned out so good, though, I thought. I mean, it really looks like one of the moonshine bottles. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I could probably redo it where you just do a color swap right here. Maybe not with the X's, but imagine how much filament this would have been if this was all one piece, though.
Yeah.
Like the color swaps would have been nuts on this.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, this probably saved a lot of filament, Jerry, having the outside like this.
Yeah, printing it separately. Yep.
Yeah. But I could, like, if I didn't have the bottle koozie part, I could probably just make this a huge container, like a moonshine container. Yeah, and this I made. This is a self-portrait of my son. So I go, "Hey, are you dating somebody?" And he goes, "What did you do last night?" I call it the emo egg because it reminds me of my son every time. Stop it, Dad. But these are containers too.
What infill? I don't remember. Probably like 4 or 5%. Not much. I try not to ever use much infill. But then it all
on those, Jerry, I use no infill. I use lightning infill. Lightning infill saves a ton of material.
Yeah, I did lightning on something recently. I forget what it was, and it was almost nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I did 40% lightning infill, and then it only puts the infill where you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, lightning is like having it hollowed out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing on my bamboo.
That is sick. Did you print that all in one go, or is that different?
Yeah, all in one go.
On camera, that looks really big, but obviously it's not if it fit on the bamboo.
On camera, it looks legit. Like that looks like a real Coca-Cola thing.
Yeah.
Where did you get that? Is that on printables?
No, I made it.
You made that?
Yeah.
Matt, that thing is sick.
Well, the container I got from a person, and he had it at that time very small, like this size,
Yeah.
And he said, well, here's the file, you can do whatever you want. And I just banked on the logos and all that and made it bigger and took some measurements and bang.
How long did that take?
A day to print.
You should share that with me. I'll trade you.
Yeah, sure. I made
have
those
somebody.
by
I know
myself.
somebody. I know somebody that's super into Coca-Cola stuff.
Yeah, I'll share with you.
I'll put my email in the chat too.
Okay.
You should put your Patreon, Stephen.
I did.
In the
I just
private
sent
chat. All right.
Hey, Jerry, is any of this stuff, if I'm not saying I'm leaving, but because I never used this platform before. I mean, I've used YouTube, but is any of this savable, this information?
Anything we're talking about, you can rewatch it and it'll show up.
He's talking about in the private chat.
I'm talking like the links and stuff. Should I be saving them now or can I save them later?
Yeah, just click on them. It'll throw a tab on your computer, and then later you can look at them.
Okay. Yeah,
because I have it set up to repost my live chat, but I don't think it does. So if you see anything you like, just click on it. It'll throw a tab up top. You can check it out after the stream. Hey, Tripod, how you doing?
Hey, Tripod.
I just seen his video this morning.
What's the name? Steven, what's your Etsy store address, or what's the name of it?
Etsy?
Yeah.
Is www.print, the letter N, place.com. So printinplace.com.
Printinplace.com.
Yeah, so PRINT, the letter N, and then place. Hey, Tripod, I'm working on something. You probably really like it. Let's just say it's a pew-pew mount for a wall that pays great appreciation for our fearless leader. Great guess what it is. So what's been up with you, Jerry? What are you working on? I haven't talked to you in forever.
I'm trying to find your Etsy store so I can share it. Not a lot. No, I can't find it. When you get a minute, share it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working with a new laser I got by Raleigh's Lasermatic 10 diode laser. I've been working with. I got a small CNC in the garage from Sane Smart, 4040 Pro, and then I got a rotary for it. And I just got some software from the company. I got to learn this rotary software so I can make some more content. So I just I jump around from hobby to hobby to hobby, different videos, tinkering around. That's about it. Here's Kenny popping back in. There you are.
Yeah, I was copying links and I hit the dang browser button.
No worries. Anybody that's on camera, you're always welcome to come and go as you please. You don't have to be here any particular amount of time. People in chat are always welcome to drop in on camera if they'd like to. So, Kenny, I know you heard at the beginning. Don't feel like you have to be here my whole stream. If you need to come or go, everybody's welcome to come and go as they please. If you only pop on for 5 minutes, everybody's welcome for whatever time they want to give to the community and just hang out and chat. So,
yeah, I kind of figured that, but I'm just right now I'm copying these links.
Hold on, Jerry. Here's the link that works.
More stuff to put on my NAS. Just got it.
In 5 words, describe what you do, like in Tripod's video. And I think the best one I heard was a Cocoa Press. Is that the one, Tripod? Where I think she said you can eat your waste or eat your filament or something like that. I think that was the best line that I heard out of all of them, but that was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of, what Joel was doing in 60 seconds or less. Tell us who you are. And then Tripod was asking people, tell me 5 things about what you do or who you are. So that's pretty cool. No, yeah, Tripod. I don't know what happened with the audio. I know that you had your mic there, all wireless, but yeah, the audio was a little bit dead, but it was, you could hear it. I'm not sure why that would have happened.
He was babysitting Sam. It's not easy.
Tripod, nice to meet you. I've seen your video this morning, your interviews of the 5 best. First time I've seen you.
Tripod. Tripod is a stallion.
Yeah.
So Tripod is a stallion.
Stallion.
Yeah, you're a stallion.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, he does more with one leg than most guys do with two. So. Tripod, you said you were gonna use some of my models in your videos, right? Are you still doing that or no? Stallion.
Yeah, whenever I do a video, I love plugging people as much as possible whenever I can, or I remember.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jerry. Seriously, I'm trying to make my life out of this, and it's a challenge, man. It's hard. It really is. People that grow a Patreon to the size that you can live on it should be respected because it is not easy. I mean, it's a 7-day-a-week job. I post on Patreon every single day.
What's your Etsy, Stephen?
That's the one I just gave you, the print and place.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the one, the only, the real, the original, the dude from over the pond. We've seen him on camera a lot lately. Here he is, the real Sam Prentice.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
How you doing?
I only came on because I saw Lightspeed.
Oh, look at that, Matt.
Scott was here for a while, but he had to run. Scott was here for a bit. He said,
yeah.
Leaving. He said, I can't take no more Sam Prentice right now. So, but anyway.
Are you back home now,
I am. Yeah, I think I might have exhausted the whole of America actually, just in the 10 days that I was there. So yeah. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
That's good. I'm glad you got to go. I heard it was hot there, huh?
It was, yeah. And then we had like a tornado warning 5 minutes before the Creality Share Fest was about to start, which was kind of a bit surreal. And everyone's phones went off, and I've never experienced anything like that. So I was like, yeah, it'll probably be okay. And everyone just didn't seem to panic. Tripod.
Are you talking about the National Weather Service thing?
Yeah. So I've never had that where the phones have all gone off at the same time. Hey, Raw Nomi, hope you're well. So it was funny because John was trying to record a video at the time, and everyone's phone started going off, and then you could hear John going, goddamn, I'm trying to record a damn video here.
What's even worse is they don't shut off easy either. That noise, it's hard to shut it off.
Yeah. So met some really cool people out there though, and firm friends. Good to shake people's hands, and it was weird. Yeah, it was a really weird situation, and I didn't think Mirth was going to be as good as it was, and it ended up just being epic, and the whole trip was awesome, and everyone was just amazing. So it was cool. And then leading onward from that, I've had an email today, and a competitor of Creality wants me to do a hosting thing for them. So that's kind of weird, and it's not in the US.
Bamboo wasn't there, right? They didn't go.
No, Bamboo wasn't there, but they did supply to the lady that they took her model. There was a whole thing around Christmas where there was a house that you could have Luby, I think.
Luby 3D.
Yeah. So she was there, and there was something along the lines of Bamboo had supplied them with all the printers, and then they were then donating the printers to schools after the event of their choice. So that was kind of cool. So it seems like Bamboo certainly go the extra mile, and it isn't Bamboo that I'm talking about, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird situation. So if that happens, then that'd be the end of August, just before the end of September, when I'm then over at Earth at that point. So it's going to be pretty busy.
Are you going to Earth?
I am going to Earth. Yeah.
Is Tripod going to Earth?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I seen when John was trying to film, some people were walking in front of the camera. Then he put his cane up like, no, you don't. Don't even think about it. So they kept walking in front of me.
He was pretty mad at one point, and he took his shirt off, and we were like, John, we had to hold him back at one point. It was
John,
pretty.
Do you think that Sam just comes and sees you so he can get a parking spot up front? You think that's
what man, I'll tell you what, right? Reasons to celebrate disability. Like seriously, but the really funny thing was when he's in the small truck okay, it's kind of easy parking. But when he brings out this huge thing with the steering wheel like this, where it takes up 2 parking spots and he can't park and he's going round and round and round the car park for ages. That's kind of funny as well. But hey, it is what it is.
That shit's funny, man.
Yeah, it was good. Really good time. Had quite insane jet lag coming back as it happens.
Hey, Teslas.
It's been interesting. Really good event. Shame Scott's not here to high five and chest bump me, and whatever goes with that. So I don't know, Stephen. I don't know if you saw the puppet research T-shirts that I had there.
I saw.
If you saw any of that stuff.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm friends with the guy, so
yeah. Well, you know what, it honors me as well. So
I kind of look at it this way: like, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I don't know if you saw the pew pew that guy designed.
I did, yeah. So I didn't know he designed it.
That thing is insane.
Everything's a bit of a ramble. And it sort of judges on to lots of other things, and trying to keep up with what's going on is a challenge in itself.
Yeah, I don't talk to him as much as I used to, but the guy is so flippin' talented, man. He is so talented. He is so smart. I'm telling you, the guy's like genius level IQ.
Yeah,
but
but
oftentimes people in those situations, or people that are that smart, they don't have the same. They don't have that awareness, right, of like how other people see you, right? So there's a little bit of that going on. So
yeah,
I used to drive a diesel dually, and I had trouble parking it. I couldn't take it through most drive-throughs. And when you have a dually, you got to drive down the middle of the road. You got to learn how to redrive your vehicle so you're not too far left or right.
Mm-hmm.
Of your
one of the best days that I had with tripod was when we actually were allowed to go to the car wash twice in one day. That was a day.
Okay.
That was a day.
Well, here in Arizona, you can go to the car wash as many times as you want.
I clicked on it before I shared it, and then went straight to his page.
Yeah, so here you pay a monthly fee, $25 a month, and you can go 10 times in a day if you want.
Jesus. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, because a lot of times it doesn't do a good job the first time, so I'll run my car through 2 or 3 times sometimes.
It was, and I got to drive Tripod's big truck as well.
Yeah,
and that was an interesting thing because I couldn't work out immediately where I put it into gear because it was on a column shift, and we don't have those in the UK. So, another interesting trip to America.
Where, you guys drive on the same side as us, though, right?
No, we're on the other side.
Are you?
Yeah, and on the other side of the car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just like in Ireland. When I went to Ireland, when I went
printed
to the airport
in place is the name. Printed in place, right here.
So, but the website is actually print in place, so there's not printed. But anyways, when I went to Ireland, the only car they had was a manual shift, and it was on the wrong side of the car. Yeah. Yes.
Up here at the top where I got the mouse, it says shop/printed in place.
But the website. The website address is place.com because it was just the only address I could get. But either way.
Okay.
But yeah, so I drove all over Ireland for 2 weeks in a stick shift. And there they have those things they're called mud curbs. It's like a wall of mud on the side of the road. And I hit that damn thing so many times. And people are hauling ass and passing each other. There's no freeways. Yeah, you guys drive like nuts over there.
Well, you know what? As John's just said, we did go to Six Flags, and I was like, I needed to go to Six Flags, but John wasn't able to go on any of the rides because
he wasn't tall enough.
He hasn't got a leg. He didn't have a leg to stand on. He certainly didn't have a leg to stand on with the argument either. So it was.
I saw his video. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it was, especially as he was able to do it 70. A lot of this is about insurances and all that kind of stuff.
But you know what? If somebody wants to sign a waiver to get on a roller coaster, they should absolutely be able to do that.
Yeah, but it's the mess if they've got to clean it up afterwards, isn't it?
I guess.
There's a lot that goes into that. If I can kind of see where they're coming from, but at the same time, if he was able to ride those 7 years ago when he last went, then I kind of feel like that should be the thing.
Yeah.
But
did they give him his money back?
I don't know where we got to with that, but we did go with Tim from TH3D and Krista, and they're brilliant people. Tim especially is very amusing, especially when you win a go-karting championship against him, and that was a good day for me. That was a good day.
He stayed at my house for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. And I told my wife, like, he's like a cat, you know, like every time you look at him, he's doing something different. He's all over the place, man. All over the place. Like I was having a business meeting because I work from home, right? So I'm sitting here at this desk and I'm on a conference call and I'm like looking at the camera and I'm like looking out of the corner of my eye and I have a big print going on the route rig, right? And the next thing I know, I hear the printer going, and I look over and Tim is like grabbing it with his hands and going, "This thing's fucked up. This thing's fucked up." I go, "Hey guys, I gotta go." I go, "Tim," I got so mad at him. I go, "Tim, what the fuck are you doing?" He goes, "Dude, the print was gonna fail anyways. The thing's fucked up." Blah, blah. I said, "Oh my God, Tim, stop touching my shit." And then the day he got here, I had a brand new Lowe's bot that was sitting out here. And I'm sitting again on a phone call. I look over and he took the entire thing apart, the entire printer apart and put it back together again. He goes, "Don't worry, I know what I'm doing." I'm like, "Oh my God, Tim, stop messing with my shit." But I love him a lot. Like he's a really good dude.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
Very, very good lad. So family escape rooms for Tripod. We went to an escape room as well, which
that's cool.
Was disability ASA allowed, I think they call it, whatever the synonym is for that. But we had a lot of fun with that. We did the saw one. Then we went axe throwing. You know, one-legged guy throwing an axe is an interesting thing to watch. Whatever. But it was good. Like I say, Murph was a good show. And I wasn't going to go next year. Part of my plan was I'm going to do the Rocky Mountain thing, and then that's going to be it. I'm not going to do Murph or Earth. As it transpired, the races with the drag races, which obviously Scott's thing, and races were kind of popular. That Murph were like, "Look, we're going to get another building for next year. We're thinking of dedicating a room to RC and actually doing this stuff inside, so it's not raining or it's not sunny or whatever."
Isn't it funny how Murph is like stepping up their game after our Murph? And I think our Murph was like the Bamboo Labs of rep rap festivals. I mean, our Murph did such a good job, you know. Murph, I thought Murph was going to die after that, to be honest with you.
So did I, actually. And I think if you don't evolve, you die. That's kind of that's kind of the way it was. And I think they see that. But you got to remember, you know, Murph is an event that's put together by people that used to work for another company that no longer work for that company. And I think it's one of those things where you kind of get into the love of things. So you're doing it for the love of it more than anything else, ultimately.
And the other problem I don't like about it is it's nonprofit, and it shouldn't be nonprofit.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally.
You know, the problem they try to do it. Yeah, our Murph was telling me that Justin was saying they were trying to get it down to $0, right? And I'm like, why not pay yourself? Like, honestly, the room was packed. Like, would a normal Murph goer show up for $3 a ticket? I mean, if you had $3 a ticket, they would have had, you know, $6,000 in extra revenue, right? That they could have paid
the organizers should make money. It's incentive to do another one next year, et cetera, et cetera. Time is money. No matter what you do in life, time is money. That's
you know what it is? It's the old rep rap mentality, right? Where everything you got to share everything. Everything's got to be free. The whole world has kind of moved on past that at this point. But those events should absolutely be profitable to the people organizing them. It's a ton of work, you know.
I'm surprised when you pump your own gas, they don't want you to tip them inside when you go in to pay for it, because everything nowadays is tip.
Hey, when it comes to tipping, I'm Mexican, so just FYI.
Sorry, John.
I don't know if you know this or not, but like in Mexico, they don't tip anybody anything. Like my wife, she'll see on the ticket, you know, you order your food and they ask you, "Would you like to tip?" before you even get any food or service. She go, "Oh no, thank you." No, she's zero shame about it. And I keep telling her, I'm like, "Hey, here they'll spit in your food, man. You got to tip. You got to tip."
So you guys, any of you guys going out to Earth? Are you thinking about it? Are you going to try and make it?
If the situation's right, I'll probably go.
That was my internet that blinked. I thought it was everybody else who went quiet. I noticed my cameras up top all went on and off.
I'd like to have. I probably could have got Sliced and sponsored my trip to Murph, but to be completely honest, I just didn't want to go. It was too hot. I knew it was going to be hot, and I that is not. I mean, I live in Arizona, and I can deal with the heat. I just can't deal with the humidity. I hate it, and it's always so humid at Murph. You know, like our Murph was sweet. It was nice and cold outside. It was awesome.
We're going to do a giveaway right now, guys. And
Okay.
the reason I'm showing that on the street, but if you won in screen, if you won the last 2 months, don't enter, is because Ziltech contacted me and they said I've had a ton of the same people over the last 2 months that keep winning and winning and winning. So if you've won the last couple months, don't enter, because once you send me the email, I have a list that Ziltech sent me. So once I see your YouTube name or Twitch name versus the email name, I'll know if you won the last 2 months. If that happens, you're not getting your film and I'll redraw next week. So if you enter and you win, tell me to redraw in chat if you won in the last 2 months. If it's been over 2 months, no problem. Contact me. Let me know what type of film you like from Ziltech. It's USA only. Anybody can enter. Sam can enter. Matt can enter, but it has to go to somebody in the USA that hasn't won in the last 2 months. But if you just like winning, you can enter. So hashtag 4th of July in chat, and we're going to draw in a couple seconds. We turn off that banner, and then we'll go ahead and draw. A lot of people have never won before, and a lot of people like to win, but we keep having the same people win, which is all random. I can't control how the drawing works. But yeah, anybody here on screen, go ahead and enter if you want. My wife entered. I won't enter, but my wife did enter. She does have a printer, and she has won one time like 6 months ago. So here we go in 10 seconds. We got 10 entries. Hashtag 4th of July, USA only. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's see who our one winner is. Chewy 2420, are you in chat? And have you won from me in the last 2 months? And ladies and gentlemen, we got Tripod popping in. Hey, John.
Oh, no.
Chewy, are you in chat?
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Heck yeah. Okay, Chewy, have you won? You've never won. Awesome. Email me. I'll put my email in chat real quick. Go to ziltech.com. Let me know what type of filament, your mailing address, and we'll get it sent right out.
Is Jen driving?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
That's why I'm on here, so I don't have to watch the road.
There we go, Chewy. There's my email. Shoot me an email. Let me get that off the screen. Let's pull John up so we can see what he's doing.
Oh, he's doing it.
There you go. Hey, real good videos. I really like that sliding tray on that fiber. That's really cool.
Oh, on the next tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's a way to improve the extended workspace on a small laser like that. I really, of everything on that, I actually liked the mounts, right? Your secure pieces, or whatever, to hold down your work pieces. Yeah, those are really well designed. They need to come up with something like that for like honeycomb beds.
Have you seen? I know you have other larger fiber lasers. Have you seen any kind of a slide tray like that for other lasers? The more commercial lasers, the bigger ones?
Yeah, there's lots of things for like doing pens and other jigs that people make. So it's just a stepper motor, just improving your other axis, whichever it's going to be an X or a Y. But yeah, it's definitely a very unique thing. But personally, I don't really have a use for it because aligning the material is a real pain in the rear, as I mentioned in the video. So, but yeah, I mean, at least X-Tool is innovating forward. So
I've got a question. I asked you a few years ago. I forgot. I did install it in DaVinci Resolve. My callouts. I have all those installed that I purchased, but I need to watch a video from somewhere on that particular type of callout on how to use them. What would you remember where I bought them at?
I'll send you the links for it.
Okay.
I think it's a Avanto Market that sells that stuff. So.
Yeah, if you have time, you can send me a link. I'd like to watch some videos or something. Google it so I can learn how to work with them and use them. So I would love to put them in some of my videos. I got them installed. They've been there forever. I just don't know how to work with them.
Yeah, I rarely use them anymore. So But I did it on Justin's phone because his wife had to give him the answers. So I just want to make sure everyone knew that. So it's like, can you come back a little bit later? I need to talk to my wife so she can give me the 5 best things.
There he is. He's in chat, Sam.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, Scott, you want to hop back in for a minute? I can share the link out again. But he's probably busy, but I can reshare it out real quick.
Scott's not busy. This is weird.
There we go. Let me take him off full
screen.
There we go.
Right, my Jen.
All right, he said, give me a minute. He'll pop back in.
What's up, Treepod?
What's going on?
It's hotter than hell here. It's like 110 today.
Oh yeah, we're getting the Canadian
smoke
overcast. Yes.
Tripod, have you had any tornadoes where you live out in your city?
We've had them come close to our house. I mean,
wow.
You got to really think about it. Tornado as close. It could be just 25, 50 miles away. That's really close for a tornado.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you for following on Twitch. I really appreciate it.
When Sam's mentioned about the tornadoes, watch or warning, Mike, we don't pay attention to it until we hear the sirens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, that's the way it is. And then usually we go outside and film. So that's and then it's like, okay, well, it's coming our way. Maybe we should now seek shelter.
Do you have a basement in your house?
We have a crawl space.
Okay.
So that's where we would go. We've gone down there numerous times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim TH3D has a killer basement the size of his house, under his house.
Well, he has a compound. He has a compound.
As long as the tornado doesn't actually rip the house completely gone, he should be safe in his basement.
You know what's funny is when I went to Tim's house with my wife, my wife's born and raised in Mexico, and she'd never seen a house with a basement before, and so in her mind, going under the house was like, it's like akin to like going into a grave. Like she did not want to go under the house.
Oh, wow.
So I don't want to go down there. I don't want to go down there. I'm like, why? She goes, we're not supposed to be underground until we're dead.
Hilarious. Well, I see you wearing one of my cult t-shirts.
Well, so I didn't realize that I don't remember your name now. TikTok, LS3DP. I didn't realize you were a friend of DPT, and so I went and took the shirt off because I didn't want to offend anybody with that.
Oh no, you don't offend me. Listen, I say the word friend loosely. We're acquaintances. Listen. The difference between me and everybody else is we have not kissed. But I think the difference between me and everybody else is there's a video he made about me about how I was a troll and I was a Prusa puppet. I had my whole video about me, right? And instead of like fighting with him, I sent him a message and I said, "Hey, here's my phone number. Why don't you call me?" Right?
Yeah.
And so he called me immediately, and we talked for about 3.5 hours. And I learned that I have more in common with him than I don't. I don't agree with him on a lot of the Prusa stuff, the conspiracy theory stuff. But what I found out is he's an extremely intelligent man, for sure. And he's very talented. As a designer, he's very talented.
Well, here's the thing. I kind of figured that if I got my bamboo tattoo, and if I also maybe got on friendly terms with Joe Prusa, I might get an XL. So you never know, right?
But I will say this about him: a lot of what he's been saying for a lot of years has kind of come true, right? And what I've noticed is
like an episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, he is. Like everybody made fun of him because he says, you can't say nothing bad about Prusa or you get attacked online. Today, that is very, very true. If you say anything bad about a Prusa anywhere on any social media platform, you will get absolutely bombarded with people like me, like how I used to be, defending it or telling you you're stupid or you don't know or they just work. And in a world
Prusa.
Yeah, and clearly in a world where they're not the best printer, right? They're clearly not the best printer for the money, at least today. it's nonsense to try to defend that, right?
Sam, you just made a comment about, your tattoo and free printer and all that. What happened to the free printer you promised me if I spent the night with you up there at Murph?
Oh, what happened?
I lived up to my end of the deal.
You had to spoon with them.
Let me
Are you buddies now?
Here's the thing, right? We agreed on a couple of points here. One was baby oil and loincloth.
Cuddle.
Those two things you didn't do.
He has a thing for guys with facial hair. That's why I'm growing my hair out.
I do. I'm going to be sport for choice come Earth.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Hey man, June's over with. Let's get over with.
I shared a link in chat, guys. See, in 3 hours, I'll be on Lasers Maker's Realm with the LA Hobby Guy, Patrick, and Steve. Hobo with Wood, and Patrick's channel. I forget the name of his channel, but I'll be on there in 3 hours. So if you want to tune in, it's all about diode lasers and the new Raleigh Lasermatic 10 and some projects that we made for the show.
So Sam, did you get the 300, the K1 300, or no? No.
Yes.
You have one?
Yes. It's not here, but it's on its way.
Oh, okay.
The new 400. You're talking about the Max?
Is it a 400 or 300? It's a 300, right?
300, yeah, 300 square.
Yeah, I saw Pretzel Prince got one.
Yeah, the 400 was the Raptor. The 400 was the Raptor.
I'm friends with Pretzel Prince. You know that girl.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was interesting.
Yeah, she's pretty talented, man.
That was absolutely awesome. That she won that printer.
Dude, that girl is so funny to me because like she has no concept of what she looks like. She acts like there's an air of insecurity around her a little bit. Like she's very humble, super humble. And like, she's one of the most awesome people that I've met on TikTok. She's such a cool person, man. And if you don't know who she is, go follow her. She makes some great content. She makes great models. She's good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Boss lady, welcome to 3D printing. You're new to 3D printing. Welcome. Your life is over. You're going to be busy every day making all kinds of stuff. So,
she was.
Yeah, there was a funny moment. There was a funny moment when we were drawing out the tickets for the Creality who's going to win the thing, and of course, Tripod won a laser. And I was pulling out one, and I immediately thought it said Matt German, and I was like, "Oh!" And it didn't. It was a Kuna Mods for a resin printer, which was just so horrendously ironic.
Yeah.
It was. You couldn't make it up. You literally couldn't make it up.
No,
one of these.
I saw that Dan got a K1 there too, right?
I want my laser back.
Yeah, well, you don't know.
Didn't Dan get a K1 there, Sam, or no?
Dan who? Sorry.
Dan Borio, Dan DB3D.
Yeah, he got his. I don't know how he got it through somebody or other. I don't know.
Yeah, he did an exchange. He did a trade for his.
With a Fabrico, maybe.
I got
Fabrico doesn't have a K1.
I know, but he said on his tweet that he traded something from Fabrico.
He did, yeah. There was something.
Kevin, hello.
The funny thing about that is when he tweeted that, he said something that Sam really wants, and I responded with rough sex, and E3D messaged me crying with that, which then launched into a whole another thing about something else, which was kind of funny. But
I would love to. Yeah. I'd like to see a K1 myself. I'd like to see one in person. I'm not gonna buy one.
So they, as you know, they sent me one, it broke. They sent me another one, and they sent me the parts to replace to repair the first one. And actually, it is pretty good. Other than the Creality Cloud, which is just abysmal. The rest of the stuff is actually pretty good. And then I'm gonna put a chameleon on it.
K2, happy birthday, Kevin. Happy birthday,
Sam,
Kevin.
did they change
birthday.
Did they redesign the hot end parts, or they just send you the same parts to replace the ones you broke?
I think they've replaced the material, and I believe on the extruder was the extruder is the main element that's been going wrong. Weirdly though, a lot of other people have just got metal, and my one is like a PCB board that they've sort of sandwiched together. I kind of think it was a spacing issue that they had. But it surprised me, certainly for the Creality thing, the Max has been delayed, right? We all know the Max has been delayed, even though people are going, we've got one coming, we've got a tracking number. bottom line is it has been delayed, right?
So Pretzel Prince is the only one in the country with one, or the
totally.
world.
She is the only person in the United States with a K1 Max, and I don't think by the time the event was done Saturday night, the magnitude of that had ever sunk in on her.
No, it really hadn't. And the really funny thing about it was I had a meeting with Creality, and they were like, "We're not going to give away the Max. We are not going to give away the Max." And I said, "Okay." Then someone come up to me and went, "We're going to give away the Max," and I was like, "Right, we need to have another meeting." So I met with Henry and also the contact at Creality. And I said, "Are we definitely giving this away?" Because it was such a bone of contention on whether or not it was going to happen or whether it wasn't going to happen. And she said, "Our engineers are really, really happy with this particular model, and we feel that it's something we can give away as a prize." So that's how that happened. But I will iterate that the lady did say to her, "If there are any problems at all, this is my email address. Reach out straight away." So she's not a reviewer. That's not what she does. She's a content creator.
Yeah, she's going to use it. Yeah.
And she's going to use it. Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of where that really was kind of was making. Hey, K2 Kevin, really kind of making sense. So and in regards to the 400 square Creality thing, it does look interesting. It looked like the XL and a Voron had a baby in China, and then it was exported to America. That's kind of how I took that. And I don't honestly think we're going to see the light of day with that one. You won't see that as they chuck that together for Murph just to sort of fit in with the whole rep thing. So,
I want to contact Creality about reviewing the K1, but I haven't got a contact from a friend of mine yet. So one of these days I'll contact Creality and see if I can review one.
It's a really tricky one. It's a really tricky one, actually, Jerry, because there's so many changes within that business right now. Somebody reached out to me the other day and they were talking about the whole Creality Cloud issue where, we're supposed to be reporting models now and they're supposed to be taken down because of copyright theft. And the problem with that is the people that were dealing with that originally are no longer there. So there's new people in there that don't understand the dynamic, and it's just a real mess. The whole thing is just like, there's no staying power when you're employed. Unfortunately, with a lot of Chinese businesses, you're there for 1 minute, then you're out the door the next.
They should take down all those models. They should just don't offer any models on the Creality Cloud. Period.
The people that were representing Creality at Murph, were they longtime employees? Were they new with them, or
they'd been there about 5 minutes? No, they the funny thing was
that's right.
The funny thing was, there were people from Shenzhen there that were working for an external company to put the event on. So the people that were there
for a marketing company.
Exactly, they were part of a whole marketing campaign for them to be there and to do all that kind of stuff. So the funny thing was, it's like people like Mandy, who is well known within Creality. She couldn't get a visa in time because she left it too late, and it looks like the majority of the women weren't able to get out there. Now there were a couple of employees that were sort of stateside anyway. And I know they're not back in Shenzhen yet. I think they went to sort of.
Well, once they get to America, they may not want to go back. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
Well, that's the thing.
That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah. I've seen Pixum Dude on camera. I mean, I've seen Pixum Dude forever in chat, but I've never seen him on camera. So Pixum Dude, I've seen him on different streams that people were streaming in videos. So it's cool.
So I saw a picture of him. That Creality prototype that they had there, that 400, I don't remember what the name of it was.
The Raptor.
Basically think of that as the Detroit Auto Show and the auto manufacturers showing up with the concept cars. They look really cool. They don't actually drive, and they'll never see the light of day. And I think that's exactly what that printer is.
Well,
I do have it actually here. No, I don't. No.
Go to CES in Las Vegas, and you see a lot of fancy ideas. That doesn't mean it's ever going to hit the market.
I got a nurse.
We just shipped off that laser to Dave Wilson, so he's getting that laser. Should get it soon. So the Falcon 20 that he won for his massive clock.
Falcon 2.
Was it a diode laser tripod?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
hey, you need a fiber laser. Send it to me, okay? Please. Sir? I said please.
Yep.
I have a survey. How many Kickstarter people do we have here?
For what?
Any printer. Any printer. Or laser.
Yeah.
Scanner.
To be honest, I was on the phone with Tripod that day. And we were trying to talk each other into doing it, and I got chicken at the end.
Yeah, because I was $2.99 on Bamboo.
I'm kind of glad I wasn't because, I know they've made a ton of upgrades.
Oh, I know.
Since then.
Mine broke, but they stood behind it, and their support was tremendous. They had parts to me in a matter of days, minus weeks. Support was always checking on me. So yeah.
It's definitely a little hit or miss. One thing I will say though is if you're the Kickstarter people get taken care of really well, for sure. But hey guys, I got to jump off. It was nice chatting with you.
Take care, Stephen. Have a great day.
See you guys. Sam, I love you.
See you later.
Say it back.
Take care.
Say it back. I love you. Say it back.
Love you.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
So anyways, what I was going to say is I'm an early adopter of the term poop shoot.
Somebody's mic's breaking up real bad.
That's me. I gotta go.
Take care, John. Have a great day.
Love you, Tripod.
Yeah.
Love you,
Bye,
Jen.
John.
Love you, Jen.
Love you, buddy.
Bye.
See you, Tripod.
All right.
Thank God he's gone. Oh.
Hey, Danny, how you doing today?
I know.
Well, anyway, we still haven't got an amen for Sam. I mean, Sunday's right around the corner.
It is. Yeah, it really is. I don't know if we're going to ever live that down, that very moment. It was an interesting day.
That big giant banner, Nick did a great job on that big banner of you guys.
Yeah. He did some of it.
Okay.
I did the rest. But yeah, it was it was a bit of a if I'm being honest, ramping up to that event and getting everything sorted, but doing it from the UK in the US was a logistical nightmare. Times and contacts and all that kind of crazy stuff was a victimless crime, I would say. So I've got to do a little bit more of that, and hopefully with Scott, with the drag races, if we're able to do the drag races at Earth and we can get full confirmation of that, then there's going to be an even bigger banner that's going to be outside the university.
Do you have that banner made in the U.S. and Indiana or something, or did you bring it with you?
I had it made by signs.com, and then all the T-shirts and all the other bits and pieces that were out there, they came in via, I don't know, someone in Detroit or something. But like I say, just dealing with people in the US from the UK was a real pain.
Well, that's because they don't understand your language, Sam.
Well, this was via email, and they were like, we were sort of talking about stuff, and I was like, can we do this? And then I literally emailed them 5 minutes later. They go, oh no, we've already gone into production. If you want me to stop production, it's going to. I was just like, oh, just get on with it. Can you just do it? And that's
you got to love that. I deal with a company down in Texas that's that way, and I'll order something from them, and 10 minutes later, you want to make a change. Oh no, we've already started production. If you want to make a change, there's a $50 change fee.
Yeah, I don't believe they started anything that fast.
They don't start shit. It's just a way to charge more money.
Yeah.
It was, and again, that it's all about the repeat business. Signs.com are actually very, very good. I had a tablecloth that was supposed to be made. That didn't happen because no one could supply me with an appropriate design. And like I say, dealing with Nick and then going back with the changes, time was really ticking on. And I had a solid week of wedding prep for my best friend, and I was the best man at his wedding. So that was on the Saturday. So I was prepping all week for that. And then obviously the Monday is then when I flew out. So it all kind of had to happen relatively quickly, which is one of the reasons I'm starting the new Death Racer that I'm building now, because by the time we get round to Earth, if I've got
did you say new Death Racers, Sam? New Death Racers? Does it use something that looks like these?
It does. Yeah, it does. It does.
Now are yours flexible like this, Sam?
They actually really are, weirdly enough. How many infills did you do? What was your...
These are solid.
Oh, are they?
These are solid.
Interesting.
Look how flexible they are, Sam.
That's very flexible. Wow. I hate to think where you're going to install those.
So you're installing...
Oh, you'll enjoy where they're installed. I'll put them on.
It comes with a little bottle of lube, right?
Needless to say, Murph, there was a lot of male bonding.
I can imagine.
Hallelujah.
The vinyl banner you had made, is that a certain mill? Is that a factor when you get signs made, how thick they're going to be, how heavy?
Yeah, so that was done via signs.com, and I managed to get. They always do a really good deal, actually. I can't fault them for the signs that they make. So that's also then going to Earth, and then we've got another massive banner. It's a 20-foot banner that's going to Earth as well. And then depending on, the problem with all this stuff is whatever you put on the banner, you can't really reuse it for the next year. So you don't know necessarily if the sponsors are going to be the same sponsors. So we were going to do like a roller banner thing, and we we're going to have 5 roller banners. So me, John, Jim, and whoever else, Scott, whoever else would then sort of join that pack would have been, you could have a massive banner behind you, and then the sponsors would have been on 2 separate banners. But it ended up being that it was going to cost about $600 to do that.
Oh, wow.
For some reason, the roll-up banners in the UK are very, very cheap, and in the US they're crazy expensive. So I don't know if it's because they're not popular or material or what the deal is, but we get them. We can get I can probably get a pop-up banner made for about £25, which is like $30. And
I can answer that.
Go on.
Here in America, we want to get paid.
And here in America, we want to get laid. Hallelujah. Yeah. It's yeah. I know.
You can get laid in America at Murph. It just takes enough tequila on Saturday. I better.
Well, apparently, here's the funny thing though. They were giving out these K2 clips, apparently getting you laid, and I got 2 lots, and none of that happened. So even with your baby oil and that business, yeah, there you go. So you didn't get laid either, right?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so Raw Gomi, the reason that we didn't get a banner and have reusable vinyls is because, and being completely honest with you, I always consider the last event that I do is essentially going to be the last event that I do, like, period. I didn't expect to go back to Murph, so the banner was going to be used for 2 shows. It might be used for Rocky Mountain, depending on, what goes on with that. And you're right, not being too specific with the stuff that you're advertising, but you don't know. Maybe Jim might not want to be involved with the Death Racers next year. Maybe John or whoever, or me. So essentially it's it's a bit of a mess, but it actually turned out to be quite cost effective to do it the way that we did it. And to be honest, the way that the sponsorship works, essentially it pays for all of that stuff. It's not for profit. It's just for fun. And what I will say is K2 Kevin is selling a dream that's just not there. Oh, yeah, they were good fun. And that's a self-portrait as well, right?
I've just seen if this brings back any memories, Sam.
Man, I tell you what. It was tequila, wasn't it? Tequila and vodka in mine.
Well, tequila, vodka, and mead. We drank all 3 out of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We started with tequila. And then I think it was mead, and then I think it was vodka, and then I thought it was a good idea to fly a drone around inside the building.
You did, yeah, you did. It was an interesting night. But the weirdest thing was when we were at a bar, and I asked for 3 Long Island iced teas, and they said I could only have 1, and just weird, Apparently, it's a state thing. Then I was told it wasn't a state thing. I just wanted to get fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. That's just what I wanted to do.
You should have came over to the hotel.
Yeah, not that kind of fucked up though, Scott.
No. Down in the lobby, we were. Yeah, you would have got thoroughly.
I do remember you saying. Yeah.
Yeah. There was.
Well, typically, when people drink at an event, they get stupid and things go south, and
Jerry, here's the thing.
None of that happened
before I drink, so it's irrelevant, really.
Honestly, Jerry,
did you have any pancakes this time, or did you move on from pancakes?
Sorry, Scott, what were you saying?
No, I was telling Jerry. I said nobody got stupid anywhere. I didn't witness anybody getting stupid, and certainly didn't hear about anybody getting stupid, even with all the drinking and other activities that were going on.
Yeah, and I can handle my booze, unlike John. Just saying. But yeah, no, the pancake thing. So I went on a big fitness kick as of December, and I was kind of feeling like I did miss out on your cookies, Pesleys. I was kind of feeling like I didn't want to sort of deactivate the good that I put into myself. So I had lots of pancakes, which I didn't eat them all, and John was there. But omelets and other types of food, I kind of figured we'd sort of try some stuff out. But yeah, back to the gym, and I'm hurting this week. So tried to go on Wednesday, but my back was shot from the trip. So yeah, had to go see the chiropractor. I love those, Kenny. I absolutely love the prints. They're so cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And we've got a total of 34 people watching. We got 15 on YouTube, 19 on Twitch. And I try to share all the comments on screen because one platform obviously can't see what you're talking about unless I show the comment on screen.
Oh, man. I got a wheel that fell off.
Yeah, we had lots of wheels fall off of lots of things last weekend.
I'm talking about on this guy.
Yeah.
He lost a wheel.
Acme Rocket.
Yeah, but it's not done yet.
Looking good, though.
We had these wonderful death races that used to be really fun, and then Sam decided to invite this giant killer Voron robot thing that just turned our death racers into, well, here. This is what's left of the death racer.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
wow.
That's a lot of material.
As a matter of fact, I have a Corrales shirt around here somewhere, but I don't think it'll fit me at the moment. I gained a few pounds.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. I got another question just popped in my head.
Sure.
What's the longest you were printing and it failed?
And it failed? 15 days.
Ooh, God. Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say 5 or 6 days. That was a model.
I had an 18-day print, my longest, but this one succeeded. 18 days, my longest print.
My longest print so far has been 6 days, and I think the longest one when it finally failed was probably around the 3-day mark. Oh no, I have that stupid dragon that I did last year where I kept trying to print it bigger and bigger and bigger and burned up printers and motherboards. And
was it on a Voron?
Huh?
Was it on a Voron?
No, that was not on a Voron. That was on a Belt 3D converted belt printer. I don't own a Voron. Well, I do own a Voron.
Optimus Primal from Paramount over on printables was printed in this orientation right here. Wow. And my filament sensor was turned off, which actually didn't work. And this is a full roll of filament from here to here. I ran out of filament, so I had to drop him through the build plate, reprint his face. And I used the filament organic supports. I'll never, ever, on something like this, use them because they completely engulfed every inch of the model with like another skin. And I'm still, after weeks and weeks, trying to pull off the model. It completely made like another skin with on it. But yeah, it'll be good when I get it done. I got it primed so it help me see all the supports.
It was a couple of weeks ago you had the failed part of it, which was about half of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right up to here. From here down, that was purple. And then this was done in a different color where I cut the face off. You can see a seam right there.
Barely.
So I got to do some work on it. But once it's on the stand, which is done, it'll look good. I'm going to paint it black, and then I've got some graphite powder. Once I paint it black, I'm going to go over and brush on graphite powder and all the
you got to step up your game and print an Inconel next.
Print a what?
You got to print an Inconel metal.
Oh yeah. That's rich.
Has anybody ever done a full body print? Like some of those guys do the, the one that Robert Downing was in. I've seen people
Iron
do
Man.
That. Yeah, Iron Man.
I've never done a full body.
That's a lot of printing, man.
What was the full body suit that was at Fabrico's booth that the guy would put on and walk around the event?
Yeah, that was an Iron Man-esque suit. Yeah, that was one of those types of things. Yeah, I don't know.
And that was a wearable because the guy that brought it down, he would actually put it on and walk around the show for a little bit, but it'd get so hot inside he didn't stay in there very long.
Sam Prentice's specialty is R2D2s in Star Wars. He's done quite a few droids. He has one right behind him over his left shoulder there.
One. Scan around that room.
The one that I can see right there. Yeah, Sam's been in a couple Star Wars movies in the past. Or his droids have been in the movie. He was the operator for some of his droids that were in a couple movies.
Are you kidding?
No, he's not kidding.
This is my life. This is how it goes. And that's nothing. That's nothing.
I got a special announcement. We got somebody in the back room that hasn't been here in like a month or so, but he's here today. It's awesome.
Oh my God. No.
The one and the only, the great Esther Printer.
Oh no.
A big build up to a big letdown. I know. Hey guys.
Liam?
Good. I'm busy. I can't stay for long anyway. I'm only popped in to say hi because I'm packing because I'm flying out tomorrow morning.
Where are you going?
I'm going home to Ireland for vacation. Myself and my family are going home.
Well, we miss you week after week. I know you still got your channel running.
Oh, the charity one? Yeah, I'm just I'm just so busy right now. I've got a cute window. There's something else making noise over here. 1 second. Oh, is that your background noise, Jerry?
I don't have any noise going on.
No music in the background?
No.
No.
Okay, something is. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was mine. Okay, no, it's I'm just so busy right now. Like, there's so much planning going on for the eclipse for next year, and there's so much going on with work and my trip to Ireland and stuff. It's just been mayhem.
Well, we saw each other very briefly, Liam, at Murph, and you grabbed my ass, and I didn't know who it was to start with, and then I recognised you, of course. Look how straight his face is. Yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, all right.
So, it was good to see you at Murph.
Briefly.
Well, everyone was busy.
I pity the poor people that were in the hotel lobby down there in breakfast on Friday morning that weren't part of any of this 3D printing stuff that had to watch the exchange that went on down there.
I wasn't there. No, I only drove down.
No, you wasn't. It was me and Sam, and I feel sorry for the other people in the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I only drove in for the day Saturday.
That's why I keep saying I spent 4 days with Sam. Now I got to spend 4 months in therapy.
Rehab. I know. Yeah, 4 months in rehab.
Yeah.
I'm still watching videos from Murph coming in on YouTube. I watch them every day as they pop up, but I haven't seen Liam in any. I'm waiting to see Liam in one somebody's video, and I've been looking for him.
No, I was in disguise.
Okay.
I was hiding. No, I wasn't there.
I saw Liam, but I forgot where.
Probably on Dan's stream, because Dan was going around with a cart, and I was on it briefly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Yeah, Dan spent several hours going around with his cart, didn't he?
He did. He kept looping. He did a loop around, and he'd stop for one, and then he'd do a loop around, and then he'd go around to each of the vendors, and So yeah, he was busy. But it was good. It was fun. Next year again. I won't be going to Earth, but I'll probably go to Murph again next year. I just have to. Actually, yeah. As long as it's after April, I'll go to Murph next year. If it's in June again next year, I'll go. Because April, I'm in Texas in April.
I totally imagine it's going to be the same weekend again. I tried to book a hotel already, but they're not booking at the minute. So. Yeah, I suspect it's going to be pretty much the same. The hotel we stayed in was very nice this time.
We'll have a brand new hotel there next year.
Oh, really?
Well,
yep. They're building a brand new hotel over there by where that little lake is at, going up from where our hotel was up to the venue on the other side of the street. Yeah, there's a brand new hotel going in right there.
Chris Travis said something about a fire marshal shut down a hotel, and then
Quality Suites or Comfort Suites. Yeah, the fire marshal padlocked the doors back in February, and up till 2 weeks before Murph, they were still taking reservations online.
Oh, wow.
And there were some people actually showed up there. I ran into them in the parking lot.
Justin.
Friday night that they had then got there and they had no hotel. They couldn't find a place to stay. They wound up having to go up to South Bend to get a room.
Justin turned up, and he that's the hotel he went to. And he posted online as a picture of the closure sign on the door.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
Imagine you go there with almost no money and your money's you're booked there and then you can't stay. Now you got to sleep in your car and then try to get a refund.
Been there, done that. Bought a T-shirt, worn it many times. I hope I do. There's been rumors of Airbnb, of people who got Airbnb from hotels and so on. And now the hotels are realizing about the eclipse for next year. They're starting to shut down. They're starting to cancel bookings and then reopen the bookings again at 3 or 4 times the cost, if not more. So I hope that doesn't happen to me. I got an Airbnb in Belton.
There's my new logo on a mirror, Liam. I worked on.
That's nice, Jerry.
I broke one of them putting it inside my frame, which I didn't make large enough. And this is a 15-hour engraved, so I had to redo it.
Well, you know what to say, Jerry. Measure twice, cut once, right?
I used a skill saw to cut a slot in a 2x3, and it would fit, but it was really hard to get in. So I was using a rubber mallet to smack the wood to get it to slide down. I got down to the last 2 inches, and it broke. So I took the part, threw it in the garbage, got my table saw back out. I ripped another slot next to it. Now it's got plenty of room to fit, and I had to redo the damn thing. But it's my fault. It's my stupidity. You know, it never makes something fit that tight because it will probably break. But
not a good idea unless there's a requirement for to be that tolerant, that tight tolerance. Give it play. You can always add something out to make it snug later on.
I'll use a glue gun, and once I drop it in place, the backside hot glue it. Then I'm going to run lights around it so I can have a remote and it'll change colors in the light box.
Cool.
And Brandy said she laughed when it happened. Yeah. Well, she was yelling at me across the house to quit banging. So I'm banging for like a half hour or so, trying to get this thing with a rubber mallet to slide down the frame. And then I said a choice word once I got to the end real loud, and then I had that. You know. So anyway, it is what it is.
Hey, Betty, I didn't see your chat. I wasn't looking at your chat.
Yeah, she said hello right here.
Yeah, I saw it just a moment ago. Yeah. So, well, so tomorrow morning I fly out for 2 weeks. So I
hope you have fun.
Yeah, I haven't been home to Ireland in about 9-10 years.
Due to the extradition order.
Due to not drinking alcohol, and so I have to drink in the plane. Otherwise, they won't believe I'm Irish when I land. I'll fail blood alcohol. We don't use passports; we use blood alcohol tests.
How do you find that in the US, Liam? Because I think when I was speaking to people in bars, they thought I was a drunk American trying to do a British accent. That's what I was getting. That's the kind of vibes. How do you?
I still think it's all fake.
Maybe I'll try Irish next time I'm there.
I thought you said that they thought you were a drunk American trying to do an Australian accent.
Well, at one point, particularly, yes.
Well, you know, I've heard people with certain variations of the Australian accent does sound more British than it would as you'd think Australian, right? So yeah, that I could see happening.
My favorite breakfast food is a chicken fried steak with gravy and mashed potatoes, and then possibly eggs on the side. Now, I haven't had pancakes in about 20 years.
I'm not a pancake person like Sam is, but when
I like
going
French
home
toast.
to Ireland,
I enjoy making real eggy French toast on a skillet on the stove, but I don't really care for pancakes.
No, see,
so
it's going to be sausage, bacon, black pudding. That's a good breakfast.
Sam, who was the YouTube guy that was there that brought his flat top griddle that kept cooking for everybody?
Oh,
right
God.
Outside of Tripod's door.
Yeah, I didn't know his name. Something. Oh my God, he was an old school YouTuber, wasn't he? I can't remember what his name was. Hey,
Darth Gallen.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, he was doing the hash and eggs sandwiches.
Yeah,
yes, the hash and egg sandwiches were awesome.
I love biscuits and gravy too.
Ben Heck.
That was it.
Ben Heck.
Yeah.
Ben Heck.
Yep. I recognize the name.
Yep, he brought his flat top griddle, and he was and then there was another couple there, and they were cooking jambalaya in a turkey fryer. And Ben Heck had his flat top griddle, and he was making French toast. And then the one day he did corned beef hash and eggs on butter grilled bread. It was good.
He brought it into the first one he cooked. He brought it into Jason and handed it to him. You know, tech support, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jason was there. We brought in and gave it to Jason. He says, "Here, you're the guinea pig. Try it out."
Yeah, this is the part of the stream, guys, where we talk about food. We do that every week. At some point or another, we talk about food.
So, Sam, are you going to come over to the US for the eclipse for next year?
No.
What? You'll come
No.
for the opening of a cardboard box, but you won't come for an eclipse?
No. I'll just watch it on telly.
No, that's not the same.
Hey, Liam, 6 p.m. Pacific tonight, I'll be on Laser Maker's Realm with Patrick, Steve, and Rich.
Sam, come over and we'll take the airplane up and go see the eclipse from 42,000 feet.
Oh, that'd be
two
cool.
and a half. 2.5 hours.
Will there be baby oil and a loincloth though this time, Scott?
We can probably arrange that.
So
Mile High Club, huh?
it's moving at 1,600 miles per hour.
4 mile high, 6 mile high, Matt.
Hello, Kate. How you doing today? Here's a link, Liam, or anybody watching. I'll be on Laser.
Yeah, no, I'll be packing and then getting ready for bed because I'm up early in the morning just to head to the airport. But all right, yeah. So Scott, the shadow will be moving at 1,600 miles an hour. So I hope your plane can move faster than that, or else you won't be in the shadow for long.
Well, the way we've done it in the past is we get in the line of it, and we're moving along at about 640 mile an hour, and the shadow passes over the airplane.
You'll get about 5 minutes.
Fly.
Okay, take a screenshot, guys. We might not see him again for a couple months, but here he is. It's very nice that he could drop in. It's been a while. For so long, once or twice a week, we always talk to Liam, and it's like for the last year and a half, and all of a sudden he's gone. It's like it sucks, but life gets in the way sometimes, and I'm sure maybe at some point he'll come back again on a regular basis.
Last few months, yeah. But yeah, I just have so much going on now with all this stuff going on. I'm just buried. I've had this week alone. I've had 2 things I had to do for the eclipse, and I have another one coming up.
Your Lego rocket is not. Where's your Lego rocket and your other rockets? I don't see them behind you.
Because when I do presentations, I bring them with me, so they're in boxes because I do presentations all the time.
Your Lego rocket snaps together. When you move that around, does some of it kind of fall apart? You got to be real careful with it.
But no, the parts I generally do are prone to be knocked off. I take them off and I put them back on when I get it there.
Okay.
Oh, no problem, Kate. Of course.
Yeah, what we'll probably do, Liam, for the eclipse is we'll probably take off from Indianapolis about an hour before it's due there and head straight for on a GPS Great Circle route towards Little Rock, Arkansas, and that'll put us right in the path of the.
When is this? What date is this?
April 8th of next year.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to be in Gatesville, Texas, is where I'm going. I'm driving down.
Where's when's the Rocky Mountain thing?
Right around then.
Okay, so that could work.
Well, if you want to come anywhere near Texas, I'll be in Gatesville, and it'll be fun. They're going to have a big street parties and so on. All these towns along the center line are going to have big street parties and stuff. I'll be setting up to image it, but a few days leading up to it, I'll be doing presentations in some of the surrounding towns, doing talks with the eclipse, telling them what it is and how it happens and why it happens and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff around that to be done. I'm in demand. I told NASA I was going down there. They posted up one event that I was going down there, and I got invited to 3 or 4 others. So you're muted, Kenny. You're muted.
You're muted. We can't hear you. You got your mic muted on screen there.
Click on the microphone button.
It'll be our luck. That'll be the same weekend that Justin schedules Rocky Mountain Rip Rap.
Oh, that's nice.
It finally came out good on that Raleigh, that new laser that I got. Awesome, Lasermatic 10. I've tried to cut that in the past and it always burned up. It's very fragile, but it can't. Look at that. No charring, no burning. Came out cut perfect.
That's beautiful.
I'm doing mine tomorrow.
Yeah, Kenny just got his Raleigh in the mail. Here's that same smart rotary. The cheapest software I could find to run it, I can't think of the name of the company at the moment, but it's like $289. I contacted them. They gave it to me for free. So now I can work on this, making some things with a small rotary. So, and then there's a Raleigh right there next to my Auteur LM3.
I like the rotary, but it's only an EMA 17. It wouldn't work on mine. I'm probably going to build an EMA 23 version for my own, because all mine are EMA 23 steppers, so I need to stick the same way.
Astro, the question I had when I was muted, where are you located?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan? Because it sounds like you're very knowledgeable on everything
Well, I'm a solar system ambassador for NASA. I do outreach for NASA. So I go out and do talks and stuff. When someone asks NASA for a speaker, unless they specifically ask for an astronaut, but they want somebody, but do you want someone to do a talk? Chances are they're going to turn to someone like me to do the talk for them.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Griffith Park Observatory?
Griffith? I haven't been there, no.
Wow. Yeah, it's very historical.
In Los Angeles, you mean Griffith Park? Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, no, I know somebody who used to work there, but no, I haven't been there. I haven't spent much time in SoCal. I've been to Pasadena once to the JPL headquarters because I'm associated with JPL, but other than I haven't been up to the observatory up there though.
Yeah, I'm native Southern Californian, so that's why I asked.
Okay, yeah,
but I
haven't been under much.
Okay.
But I've been to, I know some people who used to work there though, but they probably don't work there anymore. I don't think.
Interesting.
Here's my new screensaver for my phone.
Nice,
really cool. Skull.
Sweet. So I'm just checking.
My screensaver for my phone is a private picture from Sam.
Well, if it was anything like the antics he got up to, like proposing and stuff like that, during Murph, like just imagine what he was offering you, what image you got. There's video of him getting down on the knee proposing to a couple of people there at Murph.
No, I was kissing a ring because it was the resin god, wasn't it?
Yes, sure.
Kenny Sims lives in Las Vegas and Henderson. To me, Henderson is Las Vegas. I've been there since I'm 5. It's all in the same valley. So North Vegas, wherever you're at, you're Vegas. But anyway,
Henderson Superior. That's what we are.
Okay.
We're Superior.
It's all the same valley. It's all connected. It's not separated by dirt or anything like that. It's all one big city. But yeah, I met Kenny 4 or 5 days ago. He emailed me, and then we've been chatting on Facebook. So, and I got to meet him today on camera for the first time. So.
And he's still talking to you, Jerry. Wow, that's a big thing.
Wow. And fun fact, most of the strip is not Las Vegas. It's Paradise.
Well, I live in what's called City Lights, but I've never recognized that. So it's just, I live on Sunrise Mountain. You go to my house, there's a big giant mountain right in front of me.
Las Vegas, when you're going from like the tower and you're going south, it stops at Sahara.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live on Rainbow Boulevard and
Zombie Hedgehog. We were talking about
Charleston Boulevard. That's where I used to live.
What were we saying about Zombie earlier? Somebody was talking about something Zombie had or he got from the show.
Yeah.
Murph,
He has
what
a
was
cute
it?
Vaping Rabbit.
Very cute beard.
What was that, Sam?
He has a very cute beard. That's what we were saying about
Fluffy
Zombie.
beard.
No, that ain't what we were talking about. But
now
yeah.
you see why I'm worried about Sam.
Yeah.
We're talking about a printer or something that he
Oh,
had.
hell, Sam was trying to conduct his own wedding ceremony with Echo from Creality at the Creality event.
I'm telling
She's
you.
married to a kid. I always check my facts.
That's the first thing you told me about her when you introduced me is she's married and got kids. Like you thought I needed to know that.
Oh, man, the girl that won the Creality K1 Max printer, I double-checked and made sure that it wasn't her boyfriend. It was, in fact, her brother. So,
that in fact was her brother, and the girl that was
I'm a quick mover. I'm a quick mover with these things, straight in. Oh, yeah.
But I thought that was rather funny that when you introduced me to Echo, that the first thing you said is, "This is Echo from Creality. She's married and got kids."
There you go. There you go.
Like I needed to know that.
But then she did say that she was a big fan of mine, which was weird. And then you were like, "Oh," and then that's when I told you. I think, yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
The fact that
Well,
you
there's
have
a whole
to
lot of
justify
weird.
this is even worse. Okay.
Sorry, say that again, Liam.
I said the fact that you have to justify this is even it makes it suspicious, right?
I've got nothing to hide.
I really wonder what those people from China, from that marketing company, thought of us Americans after that event Sunday night with all the hallelujahs and amens and everybody waving their arms and Sam up there preaching from the pulpit. And...
They all thought you're absolute lunatics, and they'd be right.
Well, interestingly enough, they were really, really happy, and I know that because I've had several messages from Echo and a variety of other people that were involved with that event. And what I was alluding to, Eddie, I was talking about going to China. That's now very much happening. So it was kind of weird, yeah. So it was very, very positive, the whole thing. And of course, we turned up and we didn't really, it's one of those events. I think you turn up and you're like, what's going to happen here? And there was no prep, there was no information. And then all of a sudden, when they said host, I thought they meant, like shake a few people's hands and just say hello. And then in the end, it turned into a full sermon for 4 hours, which was kind of weird. But,
you were more an MC than a host.
Yeah. It was, like I say, they literally sent me a message just as I left Mirth, and that's about 6 miles from that venue. So yeah, whatever. I quit McDonald's so I could stop looking like a child. They're amazing.
What is the best dry box thing to get to dry my filament? The best dry box thing to get is a cheap dehydrator off of Amazon, Kate.
Yep. One with a temperature control. That's all you need.
Yep.
It's got to have a fan in it. Even if you buy a regular dehydrator, make sure it's got a fan in it.
Yeah, but food dehydrators generally do.
Yep.
I had one a long time ago that I couldn't use because it didn't have a fan. You simply plugged it in and it got hot, and then it started making a weird noise and I had to throw it away.
I'm still trying to figure out why Bamboo added that feature to the printer. I mean, why would you spend that much money and use it to, that's crazy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And if you got the Bamboo that's enclosed, you can throw filament in that and use it for a dryer. That way you don't have to go buy a dryer.
I nearly used that feature earlier, actually, for the very first time. I've not used it before. But again, if you've got, I guess it depends how you print. So if you're printing something in carbon fiber and you don't have a drying box and that's what you got, then it's kind of worth it. I've been printing some PETG carbon fiber, and I've had some real weird issues with moisture getting into the print. To the point that I even video called Nick from Polymaker this week to try and work out why that's happening. And he felt like it was moisture. So I've dried it all out. I'm printing slower to do the carbon fiber. I thought maybe it was degrading the nozzle, but it seems to have worked well now. So yeah, who the heck uses PETG? Me. I
do. I exclusively print PETG. I buy it in 10 kilo spools.
I love the glycol element. It's wonderful on the skin.
Oh, something we were talking about earlier, we got sidetracked. I was telling Kenny, when I said, Sam, your droid has been in a few Star Wars movies. You want to jump back to that and tell him what movies and what you did in the movie with R2-D2?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, sure. So I was really lucky to be part of a group in the UK. And essentially what we did is we build part of a robotics community. We build robots just for fun and for charity work and all that kind of stuff. And as it happened, I built one that was not this one. It was a different color altogether. And it got into the film. This is a very brief thing. We got it into the film. So I was puppeteering the droid on set, and we did a bit of work with R2-D2 and all that kind of stuff. Then after that had sort of been said and done, they then started doing the promotion for the Star Wars films. And then a lot of this particular R2 here, which is what they call a tier 2 droid, so it's Disney approved, to do adverts and press junkets and the red carpet and all that kind of stuff. So I did a lot of premieres and things like that. And managed to kind of somehow work my way into this kind of whole thing of doing film and various other things. But what's kind of more exciting than that is that as of the 12th of this month, I'm actually doing a TV spot on 3D printing. So this is going to be the first time I'm actually on a proper production in front of the camera. So that's going to happen. And yeah, it's like I say, the Star Wars thing, the Star Wars element is still quite a big part of it. And, you know, you always wait for that call. At any moment you could get the call, can you come back on set and can you do this? So kind of once you're in, and once you sort of registered with working with Pinewood, that's kind of the thing. But my thing was episode 9 in particular. And then there's other bits and pieces that we've been involved with over the years, which has been awesome. But yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. You know, there is a bit more to it, but they made toys, they made all sorts of stuff. And the robot that I built was called R2SHP. So the SHP are relevant to my initials and my wife and stuff like that. So that was kind of back in 2018, sorry. So yeah, so there's a patch that was made and a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of cool. But, you know, that's then. This is now. So I'm a preacher now, of course, as you know. So, you know.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you're just like, you know, I can picture that last Sunday.
Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah, and that's one thing about TV, because you mentioned TV, that more of our hobbies are not featured on television for mainstream to, you know, learn about all this cool stuff that we can make and do, you know.
Absolutely.
I mean,
well, the bit on TV is, if you remember, so we had a thing in the UK called Scrap Heat Challenge. I think you had Junkyard Challenge or something like that.
Oh, man, I love that show.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be sort of a bit like that, but it's to do with a magazine that was in the 1930s to the 1960s in the UK where you could make projects. It was like an engineering kind of magazine that you used to be able to buy. They're looking for modern takes on the engineering that happened then versus what they do now. So I'm coming on as the 3D printing expert, whatever that means, with my whole host of printers and a bunch of other stuff. So we're filming. I think we're filming for a week or two. We've got 8 episodes to film. It's going to be on the BBC in the UK, apparently. So again, a lot of this stuff is, you know, it's all about being green lit and working out what you're going to do and all that kind of stuff. And there's another piece that I'm trying to work on at the moment, which is actually a documentary, which I won't go into too much, but it's in regards to 3D printing. But I need a proper production crew and a producer and stuff to kind of get that off the ground. So I'm looking forward to maybe trying to get a bit involved with that. But the emceeing, the hosting, any of those kind of crazy things that I'm doing with 3D printing companies and stuff at the moment is, you know, good because it gets you out there and it puts you in various experiences across the world where perhaps, you know, you wouldn't necessarily have that. So, you know, I'm very fortunate to have been able to somehow get involved with these really awesome projects and, you know, long may it continue. Touch wood.
And the reason why I say that, and then I'll end it there because I don't want to, you know, steal the floor. I just had a birthday the other day, and nobody has to say happy birthday or anything like that. But
happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you!
This one kind of bothered me a little bit because I turned 65. Okay.
Okay.
And that's one thing about technology and, you know, gaming. You know, because like my little thing I got under Kingston, that's my gaming name. Sudden Impact. Yes, I play Call of Duty. Okay. But
awesome.
A lot of technology with 3D printing, lasers, and all that. It seems like I've, you know, I mean, I'm coming around late in my age for all this stuff, where a lot of these younger guys, you know, they're just kicking my ass in some of the development, some of the prints they do and all that. I mean, my Looney Tunes, yeah, I enjoy them, but man, some of the other stuff I've seen, man, it just blows my mind. So.
Yeah, it's getting old.
But I can attest to having the first game console out there, the Magnavox Odyssey.
Awesome.
Didn't even have a processor.
Wow.
I just turned 59 June 12th, and it's like, wow, where's the time gone? I still feel 30 inside. I still think like I did. Ask my wife. I act like I'm a little kid most of the time. I can act my age, or I can act how I act. You know, it depends.
As we say, Jerry, you can act your age or your shoe size.
yeah, okay, that's the right term. Yeah.
I guess I'm the old part of the group.
Hallelujah.
He's preaching.
We've had people on camera and in chat that are in their 70s, and I'm sure we have makers right now that are in their 70s, and they can pop up in chat and list their age. But we have all ages, all age groups.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Milo.
So, and every week we have, like I say, anywhere from 2 to 10 people on screen. A lot of different makers, a lot of different people that stream and do content on YouTube. You never know who's going to pop in when. A lot of great people. So, and if I want somebody new, or I'm just getting stale, I just email new people. I mean, I met Scott a few months ago, and he joined in, and Sam was on a G-Tech stream with Spring a few years back, and that's where I met Sam at. And then I was interviewed with her a few weeks after that, and then you just meet people online, chat with them. They kind of check out your page and see what you're all about, and then they do or don't come on, or they're in chat, and it's when people are busy on the weekend, so a lot of times it's hard for them to drop on Saturday. At one point. it's like 12 or 1 o'clock where Sam is right now in the UK. So
no, it's not. It's
11:45.
11:45.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right around bedtime if it was for me. A lot of times I go to bed between 9 and 12. Depends what's on TV, and then I can't sleep. And I get up in the middle of the night and I check if I got something printing. And my laser, I did go to bed with my laser running unattended, but it was on a honeycomb bed in a metal enclosure on mirror. There's no chance anything's going to catch fire. There was nothing that could possibly burn, and even the what do you call it? The air supplies. I set them on a plate.
Your mirror?
What?
Where are you sourcing your mirror?
Lowe's. Just go to Lowe's.
Lowe's. Okay.
Self-checkout, and you're out the door. Yes, nice mirror.
But when you're buying mirror, if you're going to engrave the back of a mirror, make sure the back of it is very smooth. Some mirrors are not very smooth, and if they're not as nice thin coating on the back of it, you're going to struggle to get the laser to go through it. So
it's real thick, heavy duty, nice black coating on the back.
Yeah, but it has to be smooth. It has to be even.
I've done a test burn and light burn just to see what I wanted. I did one test. It's pre-set up in light burn. And then I done a couple little small logos. I picked the one I liked. I had to go in and change a few settings. And once I got one I liked, I said, okay, let's tackle 15 hours. So
yeah,
I might have been able to do it faster, but I'm always in a hurry whenever I do anything.
That's a good question, Jerry.
Yeah, because you used to be able to buy a lot of that retail, that mirror stuff, etched back in the 70s. I don't know if you were seeing it, on somebody's wall, but
I'm married, Jerry, and I don't have an answer because we sleep in different bedrooms, so I can't really answer that. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I sleep with my dogs, but yeah, I'm sure I could.
But
I'm not as strong as I used to be. When I worked construction, I was a lot lighter than I am now, and my arms were pretty bulky. I had really big calves, and now I don't work. I've been retired 10 years. I've gained a ton of weight and lost most of my muscle. So,
what trade?
If I got in a fight with myself from 10 years ago, the one 10 years ago whipped my ass.
What trade?
Union labor. I was a delivery driver for 10 years, and I worked construction, forklift driver, water truck, tool guy, a little bit of anything and everything in the labor's union. So I'm retired, a pension from the labor's union. So my skin is a foot thick because if you work construction, you put up with stuff like you wouldn't believe. And every day you go to work, you feel like taking a baseball bat to somebody because of the abuse you put up with from people. And that's kind of how it was. So anyway, nice being retired. I don't have to deal with that no more.
That's normal construction work. If you're working on the building site, that's normal.
Yeah, you either got thick skin or you do something else for a living.
Yeah.
And I'm not a carpenter. My dad and brother were union carpenters. I can build almost everything. I can't do everything. I'm a good mechanic. I fix all my own stuff at the house. I rarely ever hire anybody to do anything because if I can't do it, I'll watch a YouTube video to see how to do it, and then I'll go do it. I'm good at seeing something and doing it. So I'm not an expert at nothing. I'm just pretty good at everything. So anyway, we've been on for 2 hours and 54 minutes. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, and I'll call the stream at 3 hours because I have to be back on a live stream in 3 hours at 6 o'clock.
And I have to go finish packing and getting ready for my trip tomorrow.
2 hours. I thought you said 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, 2 hours, almost 4. Yeah, right, 2 hours. Yeah, it's 10 to 4 here in Vegas, so it's 6 o'clock. Yeah. Tanner's 3D. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you doing, Tanner? And Tanner's 3D in chat is an awesome designer, and he's a country western singer. He's got a great voice. And he used to pop in on live stream once in a while.
Which printer, Milan? If it's the big 500 by 500, they've stopped making it.
Oh, he said, "Good evening, way up here." I wasn't watching chat. Hey, Tanner. Milan's in chat. Where is he? Oh, here he is.
3D printing newbie.
Hey, Milan, how you been, buddy? How's it going?
So if you're talking about that big 500 by 500 by 600 printer, they don't make it anymore. Actually, the company stopped building 3D printers altogether. They moved on to doing something else. Most of those Chinese companies don't just do 3D printing. They do a lot of other electronic components and so on. They always mix and match.
And that's another thing about electronics and vehicles. All the new vehicles are harder and harder to work on because anything can be wrong. It's really hard to diagnose things nowadays and fix things.
You need to be a PhD to turn around and fix the
older vehicles. I've rebuilt many engines, rear ends. I've never done a tranny, but I've done pretty much anything and everything but a tranny. Hello, Chris Travis.
Sam, behave.
I think Sam's done a tranny.
I saw that. Look, behave.
Yeah. Transmission on a vehicle. Anyway,
I think he's done a rear end on a tranny.
Oh man!
I was like, "Where's this going? Where's this going now?"
Oh, see, Scott had to do it. Scott had to open his mouth.
You're terrible.
I was warning Sam. I saw the look. I saw his eyes light up the moment you said
it. Where?
Yeah, as soon as you said that, and Sam's eyes lit up, I had to throw that out there.
That's why as soon as I saw his eyes light up, I said, "No, Sam, no."
Hello, Cracker. Here, Miss Lulu.
I knew what was coming.
So did Jerry.
Liam, just imagine those poor families in the breakfast room at the hotel with us every day.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm a pretty sarcastic person. Whenever anybody says anything, I kind of pick apart what they're saying, and I'll have a wisecrack, usually a comeback. That's kind of how my brain works.
I have a T-shirt that says sarcasm, just one of my many talents.
Here's my two dogs right here. I keep giving Ritz crackers to.
Oh, that's funny.
Cute. Well, on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. Really nice to see everybody in the stream here. Jerry, especially you. Good luck with your tranny, and I'll I'll speak to all of you guys very soon, no doubt. Matt, keep it in your trousers. Kenny, really nice to see you, and Scott, Liam, keep doing what you're doing.
Take care, man.
See you, Sam.
Yeah.
Take care, Sam. Have a great day, my friend.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you later this week.
Yes, please. Yes. Take care, mate.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care.
No, we just
well now that we've totally derailed Jerry's
but Dusty, you must remember
stream and got him demonetized yet again.
Oh, we're good.
You must remember, Dusty, in order for our conversation, now you know us, to be in the gutter, we need to climb up many levels to get to the gutter, right?
Get to gutter, huh?
Yeah, if you want really hardcore, go watch Barnacles. He'll take you down any road you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's
it's always a good time. So
yeah.
Anyway, guys, you're getting ready to call the stream, Jerry. So I'm out of here. I'm sure my barbecue grill is warmed up and beyond that at this point. So
probably a flame already.
Before you
Thank
go,
you very
look
much for stopping
what's
back
becoming
in,
available again.
What's that?
Look what's becoming available now again. Pies.
Yeah.
They're starting to become available again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're no longer on shortage anymore.
Right.
Yeah, my Pie 3Ds, I had 3 of them, never did sell them.
I might try and see if I can pick up a few while I'm in Ireland, because there's some outlets, like retail stores over there that will have them, and the pies are actually basically pie is in the UK, so the Pie Foundation is in the UK, so should be able to find some in a retail store over there now.
Yeah, I was looking. I don't know where my tub of pie is at, but I've got probably 12 or 14 of them right now.
No, I need to get some of the 8 gigs.
Order.
Well, I need to get some of the 8 gigs with the CM4 compute module, because some of the stuff I want to do, I want to speed up and make it do work faster. Because I use a Pi to control my telescope, an 8 gig. But now there's certain tasks it does that it's a bit sluggish on. So by adding the CM module to the 8 gig, which would make it a 16 gig machine,
right,
it would actually really ramp up the performance of it.
Yeah, if you want to talk about pie hoarders, Kenny, you should have got Sam Prentice to show you what he's got for pies.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
you probably have hundreds.
Yeah, I only buy them on demand when I need them. And
he hit the jackpot on that deal.
Well, everybody watching on Twitch, we're going to rate it a maker deck. Thank you very much for coming. I'll be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, as always, where we have great people on. Thank you very much for Kenny for coming in your first time. I hope you liked what you've seen today, and you're always welcome to come back. Astro Printer, have a safe trip. We'll see you next time. You're always welcome whenever you have time to drop in. Scott, thank you very much. Matt German, thank you. And here goes on the raid to Twitch and on YouTube. I'm dropping off right now, so check out Laser Maker's Realm in 2 hours. I'll be on there live with Rich, Patrick, and Steve. Everybody have a great day. Thank you very much.
Hey, Jerry. See you.